Oh, yeah. Here we go, everybody. What is going on? What is up? What is up? What is up? I like to dance before we get into the stream, just in case I go live a little further than what it is. But what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. Tonight we're talking a little bit about this guy right here, Michael Myers. He says, "Hey, everybody. Hey, what's going on? What's up? What's up?" So I have some friends joining me tonight, possibly. I have Mr. Zoe Crawford coming in any moment. We're going to talk a little bit about Halloween. Talking about that. I will answer some questions in the meantime, though. What is up, Rocky? What's up, Rocky? What's up? What's up? Kane, how's it going? Yo. Lindsay, what's going on? What's up? Liver alone. Get it? Liver? Why not, Ben? What's going on, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got Jasa in the chat. What's going on, everybody? What's up? Extron Gaming's here. Nicole is also here. I'm not going to put that comment on the screen, but what's up? Have you all watched We Watched a Movie? I love We Watched a Movie. We Watched a Movie is fantastic. They're hilarious. So what is going on? Let's talk a little bit about... Oh, one second here. We got Jen Warner out, a channel member in the chat. What's up, Jen? What's up? What's up? Thanks for becoming a channel member. Appreciate it. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Halloween Kills. Do we have any questions about Halloween Kills? We were just talking, we had a pretty good conversation a little bit diving into Halloween Kills. I am so bored. What's up? What's up? We got Mark R. Hey. What's up? Danny. What's up, Danny? How's it going? And Charlie Greer is here as well. If I didn't say hi to you yet, please yell at me. Tori, what's going on? Tori is here. What is up? Eating Wendy's and watching Killjoy Jake. That's a vibe right there. Good stuff right there. So Halloween ends. How do we feel about Halloween ends? Are we excited for this? I'm pretty pumped for it, regardless. There's a lot of things to talk about. What is going to end in Halloween End? What is going to continue past Halloween Ends? We know from my last video, I kind of talked a little bit about how I really think this is probably going to be the last movie in this whole trilogy here. We have, I don't want to say too many bad things about Mr. Michael Myers. I do think he's probably going to die in this. I'm sorry, Mike. I know you're here right now. Not the guy to sleep on. I know. Okay, please don't murder me. Okay. Well, I think we can call a truce here. I promote your movies a lot, so please don't stab me. Okay. No stabby with this guy. All right. I'd appreciate that. But yeah. So I don't know. I feel like, if Halloween is going to end, if this is the end of the timeline, it's probably got to be because Michael Myers dies. But let's ask Mr. Zoe Crawford, who is now here. What is going on, Zoe? You're live. You're live, bud.
What's up, Jake? What's up, everybody? How you doing?
I'm vibing, man. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing swell. I'm doing very good. A little hot in here, but not too bad.
Okay, all right. A little hot, but that's that's good. Better than being a little cold, I guess, right?
Exactly.
Are you excited? I'm just throwing you in here. Sorry, we're already mid conversation. How do you feel about Halloween Ends, my dude? Are you excited for this? Just general thoughts on it, essentially.
Cautiously optimistic.
I like that.
That's the best way to describe it, because Halloween Kills was definitely very divisive. A lot of people feel a lot of different ways about that film. I thought it was fun. It's just Michael killing people, but some people wanted a little bit more than that. It was kind of clunky. The story wasn't exactly written to perfection, but I take it for what it is. But with Ends, I'm excited, but I'm worried at the same time. I have no idea where they're going to go, but I'm also very just curious. I don't know how they're going to book in this. I really don't. I'm speechless.
Yeah. It's with this new news that has just come out from Nick Castle talking about how the ending is going to be kind of a surprising twist.
Yeah.
What could that mean? There's so many different avenues they could take it with this new movie. I really don't know what they're going to give us here. So, how do you? I know you just put out a video about that. How do you feel about the ending?
I have no idea what the fuck to expect, man. It's just it's like, okay, you're giving us these breadcrumbs of like what the ending could be. Is it really going to be a surprise ending? Because out of all the Halloween movies, the only Halloween movie that's ever surprised me is Halloween 4. That's the only ending, that's the only ending where I'm like, okay, that's kind of out of left field. That's cool, but are they going to do something along those lines? Just like really go out there and do something different? I doubt it. We'll see. I really don't know.
I hope so, man. I don't want listen, I don't want the same old where it's just like we think we killed Michael and then we get like a little twitch of the hand or something and then cuts
Yeah.
to credits, you know? Like I want something I want something totally different from this franchise. I want to see something we've never done before. Like actually killing Michael would be a way to do that. But just don't make it like the happy sunshine and rainbows ending because that's not what this series needs. This series needs that bittersweet ending where maybe yes, Michael dies, but it's not exactly the best case scenario for everybody. Like almost everyone dies maybe or something along those lines with just Laurie to continue on the story after killing Michael, although Michael has basically taken everything away from her. Something like that would be really upsetting, and I think that would be like the bittersweet ending I would want essentially from this new timeline. I don't know, something along those lines might be fun.
Yeah, me too. What I want everyone to die at that point. I'd rather see everyone die than have them do a happy ending. Because like we've seen that so many times. It's just like that's why I don't really believe them saying, "Oh, it's gonna be this wild twist." Because is it really? Like, come on.
Yeah, like what can they what do they have up their sleeves that's going to be so nuts? I hope it's something good. I really hope it is something shocking. But Adam says I'm not watching any trailers for this movie, going in completely blank. But if they kill Michael Myers, I'm going to cry my ass off. Because of Michael Myers is going to make you cry. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if I would be so upset if I saw him die. He's kind of a jerk. He strangles kids, you know. So.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole, to say the least.
a little bit, you know, like
Yeah.
there are some movies where I'm rooting for him. I'm not gonna lie, like Halloween 5. I'm definitely rooting for Michael a little bit, but yeah,
But
I don't know.
I rather have this type of us questioning the ending than with Halloween Kills, where it felt like everything in that movie was spoiled because the script got leaked. Everyone was just posting spoilers nonstop. We were kind of walking on eggshells trying to avoid all the different storylines that were being thrown around. It kind of sucked. It ruined the hype a little bit, but I was still excited for that movie. But I'm glad this seems to have more of a tighter ship so far. But we're only like we haven't even gotten a trailer yet. We're still 5 or 6 months away, so there could be some leaks coming, which would suck.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's not the case.
I've already heard some stuff that might be like that. There might be some leaks out there already, and I'm just trying to avoid it at all costs because I don't want to see it, man. Like this is the one movie in this entire trilogy I don't want spoiled because this is the concluding chapter. This is like the big thing from this movie. This is going to be like here's the end of this timeline. Where does it take place? And in a way, it does kind of affect all the past films before it because if they end it badly, we might have like a lesser that might value the trilogy a little lesser if this ending isn't so great. But I guess that's kind of up in the air. So how do you feel like if the ending isn't exactly what we wanted, do you think that affects the entire trilogy or does that affect just that movie standalone?
It's kind of hard to not view them as a whole, as just one entity, one trilogy. But I think you need this to at least be decent because Halloween Kills was really divisive. People were hating on that film. I think for reasons that we can get into, but it was, I think, unjustifiable in some instances. Maybe because my perspective and me going into the film was different than other people, but I think it does need to at least be solid because, you know, if the end of the journey isn't satisfying, then what's the point?
Yeah. I agree. It's got to be something like the destination has to be good. I agree. I am much more like I'm definitely a person who's there for the journey. But if the big punch isn't something crazy, if it's something not original that we haven't seen before, I'm gonna be a little disappointed for sure. I hope it's a big punch. I hope it packs something that's really crazy and just like completely shocking out of left field. Zoe is in the house and also the Night Watch Zone who
What's up,
just
Night?
hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Fantastic job, Mr. Night Watch Zone. Great job. Hell yeah. Thanks for joining the stream, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I feel like they're kind of hyping the ending up, so it has to be decent or just different. Because if it's not, I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
Right. Like I just, and something I was just talking about on the Lethal Collective stream was like, we've already kind of seen Michael's revival. We've already seen him come back in this timeline now with him kind of dying in the house fire in 2018 and him to come out of it unscathed almost. And like, I think it would be kind of weird if they then kind of like kill him and have that false resolution and then he just comes back again. It's like you're doing the same thing twice is how I see it if you look at it as a whole. So I hope they actually kill him because then that's something different. That makes him like kind of the figure that he would be, how they're trying to set it up, I think. So we got Coop de Oof in the chat. Coop de Oof, what's up? What's going on, man? Ho 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 ho. Santa Claus in the chat.
Yeah, I don't. How do you feel about the whole supernatural thing? Because David Gordon Green says that he's not supernatural, but then the movie clearly puts him in a supernatural light. I mean, he's like the Terminator in Halloween Kills. So, what is your opinion on him, man? Is he or isn't he? Like, that's a big thing right now.
Like, if they go full supernatural with Michael in this timeline where they've made a very fine point as to he's not supernatural, it's just all in Laurie's head. I mean, they have driven that point home, man. If they decide to just randomly go that route in the third movie, I would be utterly disappointed. If they set it up that way, okay, that's totally different story, but they're setting it up that it's all kind of in Laurie's head that he was supernatural this whole time, and it's all because of the trauma that he's unfortunately caused her. I think it would just be weird, like, to go that route at this point. And also, why didn't Big John and Little John just call the police? I loved them. I loved them as characters. We could have kept them alive.
Oh man, I love Big John and Little John. They're probably my second favorite thing of the film besides the kills. Like, they're hilarious. I love them so much.
Right. Their scenes together are hilarious. They're definitely one of my favorite characters.
Ooh,
Nightwatch Zone, thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate it. A small token, man. I'd hug you if I could. How long do you think it will be before they do more Halloween movies after Ends? Zoe, I'll let you answer that first.
Ooh, I say at least another decade.
Okay, 10 years at least.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of what it was with the Rob Zombie ones. That was ended in what, 09, and then we got Halloween 2018, so about 9 years. But they could do a Season of the Witch spinoff, which could be interesting. I would like to see that done, but that's not anything to do with Michael Myers. So it's a Halloween anthology, so it's technically they're related but not the same. So as far as Michael Myers himself, probably 10 years. I mean, he's a big moneymaker. He's arguably the biggest slasher of all time. He probably is numbers wise. So, I mean, they'll probably sit on it for a while, a decade or so.
I can see that with and before I give my take, I do want to just say the Nightwatch Zone just added 5 more minutes to the stream because of that super chat. So if you want to just throw those in, I'll be going for a little longer than my typical like hour 30 minutes. So just throwing that out there to everybody. If you want to keep me going all night, throw it in there. Maverick Media the other night with when Zoe was on the stream gave me $100 to go for like, and I ended up going for like 3.5 hours. It was insane. It was like the craziest stream I've ever had on here. So there you go. Make that happen again. Torture me. Let's go. Keep me on this screen for as long as possible. That'd be fun. So, but yes, what I want to say about that with with a continuation to part 3, do you think that ruins the twist at the end of Halloween 3? With like the whole well, it's not really a twist, but it's just kind of like a cliffhanger ending that we've never gotten resolved. Does that ruin all the tension there with like if more kids died because of the masks or not? Like, you know what I'm saying with the ending of part 3? Does that ruin that, or could you continue that story in a way that would be interesting? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I kind of would rather see a remake, but you could continue.
A remake, okay.
Yeah, you could continue it. They could just do what they did with or maybe like a soft reboot or something similar to what they did with Halloween 2018.
And just call it Season of the Witch, maybe.
Exactly. That's what they should have done in the first place. Just Season of the Witch.
100%. Like, I'm fine. Like, if they wanted to reference Halloween, cool. But, like, why the hell is that movie called Halloween Season of the Witch? I don't know. It's odd.
That's what screwed them. That's what really screwed them. Because, we're talking back in the 80s where we didn't really there was no internet. There was no one really was in the know about things. And when you see a trailer, that's kind of it. And you see Halloween Season of the Witch, you assume Michael Myers is going to be in the movie. So they kind of screwed themselves. Like, it's up on them, really.
And you only see him because of the trailer or whatever that the dude watches at the bar. It's just like, yeah, I can see that as disappointing. But you go back and watch that movie, and it's a solid little B movie, man. Yeah. I really enjoy that film. It's so much fun. I just consider it another John Carpenter movie, is how I feel about it. I mean, I know it's not like, I don't think did he direct that one? I don't think he did. I think he just wrote it, right?
I think him and Deborah Hill produced it. I don't think
that could be it.
Yeah, I think they were producers.
It just feels like how it feels to me is just like a standalone John Carpenter kind of thing. Like, and to call it Halloween is very misleading, I think.
You know what I love about like the 80s Halloween movies, specifically Halloween 2 and Season of the Witch? They get like really synthy, like 80s synth like Carpenter music. Like, it's like the Halloween theme, but it's synth. It's so badass. That's what really makes, for me, Halloween, like the music is so iconic. With any major film, Star Wars, Halloween, just the music just sets the mood so perfectly. And John Carpenter is a great director as well as a great composer. And just I love the Halloween 2 theme. That's probably my favorite theme in all the franchises. It's badass, man.
I like it's good. Oh, it's badass, man. I really do like it. I will say the Halloween 3 theme is super like that whole soundtrack is super underrated. I do really like it a lot. It's pretty sick. Tommy Lee Wallace directed Halloween 3. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you, Knight. I was like, I know he didn't direct it, but I was wondering if he had some kind of hand in the writing process, the creative aspect of it. I'm sure maybe he did, but I don't think he's credited with the script either.
Probably not. He's probably worn out by Halloween 2. I heard that was a very stressful movie for him.
I think he wrote it in like 2 weeks when he was like drinking beer or something. He talked about it. He's like, I just,
you
whatever.
get the whole like Star Wars twist, like that they're related and stuff. It's just,
it does. I can see why some people don't like to. I really enjoy it for what it is.
No,
I think the kills
like
are great.
I don't even mind the sibling aspect. Like, it kind of ruins the motive thing for Michael, but other than that, it makes it interesting. It connects to films. It's kind of, I view Halloween 2 as an epilogue. It's like Halloween 1.5 more than it is a true sequel.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I do agree that the motive is kind of ruined because I think it's more scary when it's mysterious. Like, and to have him just being like, oh, it's just Laurie's sister, and we get that explained by like Dr. Loomis in that weird scene in the classroom or whatever. It's just kind of whack. I don't know. I don't know if I feel that or not. I had a good comment from Mark, and I'm trying to find it. If I get a $500 donation, I'll go till midnight. I'm calling it right now. $500 going to midnight. I'll do it. What's up, Craven? Something scary is in the chat. What is up? What is up? What's up, Craven? Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Heck yeah. What else do we got? 80s movies had the best music. John Williams as well. That's another great composer right there.
Oh yeah, John Williams is the most iconic composer ever. I don't think it's even debatable. He's like in his own league. He's just done so many iconic movies. It's just insane. If you look at his resume, it's like 10 miles long.
Yeah, like almost everything he's done is like some kind of classic movie because of the score.
Star Wars alone is just like
Star Wars, Jaws. I mean, there's like a plethora of things he's done. It's awesome. It's fantastic.
Hans Zimmer's pretty good too.
Hans Zimmer is he's fantastic.
Newer composer.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think who's the
Marco
guy
Beltrami.
Marco Beltrami is fantastic as well. Joseph Bishara, super underrated, I think, in my opinion. Does all the music for like Insidious and The Conjuring. I love the Insidious soundtrack is like one of my favorite horror scores, I think. I just love it.
With Beltrami, I really like, he's more of like a moody atmosphere. He doesn't necessarily have like big grand orchestras like John Williams, but he's just like Scream is just subtle. Dewey's theme is amazing. I love Dewey's theme. That's probably my favorite.
It's less melodic and it's more like tone setting, I would say, and I appreciate that. I think that's cool. I really like that. I always forget this guy's name, but Fabio Frizzi or whatever. He's like this Italian composer that does like a lot of the zombie movies from the 70s. He does like Zombie 1979. He does the theme for that. That's also one of my favorite soundtracks if you've ever seen that movie. I mean, it's just like it has this very haunting melodic theme that I love. I love when you have like an iconic theme, but then also that tone, that mood music that's like much more focused on like building suspense while then going back to like some kind of theme overall. That to me is like, those are my favorite soundtracks. But I do love Marco Beltrami because he'll do that every now and then. But he much more focuses on like mood and tone for sure.
I think music is honestly a huge part of whether a film is interesting or not. Because honestly, if you watch a movie without music, it's just not as tense. It's really a huge part. I think it's a part that, especially with short films, a lot of people kind of disregard is the music and the sound design. It's extremely important. They go hand in hand with your visuals for sure.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen like the original Grudge movie, like the Japanese movie?
No, I have not.
So that's another movie that's like, it's music and it's also like sound effects, like for certain things. If you just watch that movie with the sound off, it's like, it's not that scary, but it's because of the sound design that it's like, oh my God. Every time someone's like, if the ghost's eyes open or something and like the, the noise she makes with her throat and all that, it's scary. It's great. I love it. Sound design is so important with horror movies. I think if you don't have that right, it's just not going to be scary.
I agree.
Craven something scary says he wants to join the stream right now. How do you Zoe, are you okay with that?
He's okay.
He's He just talks about stew so much. I don't know. I don't know if we can have him on there. Well, we'll see. We'll have to see. Maybe if there's enough want in the chat for it, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that happens. What's going on, Rad77? I think Michael and Laurie will die in this, but Laurie will take a blow from Michael and she will kill him and die at the hospital. and I think Karen is alive too. Laurie was dreaming that last scene. I'll be honest. If that last scene is a dream, I wouldn't be shocked. I just don't think it's written very well. Like Halloween Kills is fantastic for me up until that scene. But how do you feel about that, Zell? Would you like to see?
I like the ending. I think it's shocking.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. It kind of adds to Michael's mystique where he can just kind of pop into an area whenever he likes, And I like the ending. I was shocked, and it was a good ending in my opinion. Obviously, you feel something different, but I would hate what she just described. I don't want Michael killing Laurie or Laurie killing Michael. Like, it's just do something different, man. Like, that's exactly what I'm expecting. And they're all saying, "Oh, this wild twist ending." Ooh, but like, if you do that, I'm gonna be like, okay, you guys are just blowing smoke up our ass. Like, I get it. There's a point where you have to get people engaged in your movie and excited. But if you're just blatantly lying about your film, it's just I don't respect that.
I feel it. I think if they just have it where it's like Laurie and Michael battle and like that's it. Like there's a lot of things that they've set up throughout the last two films that would kind of be rendered useless then if they just do that. Because like there's setting up all this stuff with like what's his name? Hawkins, like Officer Hawkins. They're trying to set this up where maybe he's going to be the one to take him down. I think it would be cool if everybody had a hand in it. It wasn't just Laurie versus Michael. It was everyone against Michael in the end, once again. And instead of having like the mob be like a bunch of people we just kind of threw into the movie last minute, it could be everyone throughout the entire, like the movies who have survived, like Allison, Kyle Richards, Lindsay,
Ben Tramer.
And Ben Tramer, sure. Why not? I was
he's
also
not,
just thought
he's alive in this ranch in this time.
You're right.
Period.
He is technically alive.
We need Ben Tramer in this movie. He just comes in and saves the day and just like knocks Mike off the radio tower. Oh my god. He blows
that would
Michael
be hilarious.
Up, like he got blew up in part 2. He just like gets a card and just explode.
That is technically a death for Michael, but also not really because then in 4 it gets retconned. So like, killing him that way would be cool because that's not canon anymore. So $20 super chat is what Craven says. If we get there, we'll get him on board. So there you go. That's out for you guys to do. If that happens. Doll hairs, we need 20 doll hairs, and he'll come on board. So there we go. But yeah, so I don't like, to me, I think it would be kind of whack if they just ended that way. We've seen it end that way before, and I will admit it gets retconned every single time. So I guess if it ends that way,
man. Like I don't like, what else could they do? It's just like they're saying it's going to be shocking, but shocking is different from other people's perspectives. Oh no.
Speaking of shocking, there we go. So now you are you saying no? God dang, that the stew guy's got to join now. Oh man. Well, Craven, I've just sent you the link, so hop aboard whenever. Hop aboard the Killjoy Jake train. It's not as cool as the stew train, I'll admit, but yeah. Oh man, look at him. He's so ready to go. There we go. What's up? What's up, Steven? What's up, man?
What? Carrie, look at that. Hey, guys. What's up, Zoe? What's up, Jake?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Look at Carrie coming in, got clutch with a $20 super chat. Look at that.
Carrie's killing it. That's awesome.
Carrie.
Thank you so much, Carrie.
Nice.
Much love, by the way. I didn't get to say that, but much love. Thank
Carrie's
you.
always
Thank
ready.
you. Carrie's always ready. She's awesome.
Always.
Best mod ever.
Oh, absolutely. And yes, Michael Myers, now that I'm on the stream, I can tell you, Stu is most definitely alive. Get it up, baby. Let's
This
go.
is a Halloween live stream, goddamn.
You know what? Stu is so powerful. He has the strength to break through the universes into Haddonfield. Let's go. Okay, all right. Just had to say that.
I'm only using like 90% of my power, man.
Exactly, man.
Do you remember
go.
those Scooby memes, like from like not Scooby meme, but the Shaggy memes from like a while ago? Yeah, like
man.
that where he's like, I'm only using 10% of my power. We got to do that with Stu to bring him up. But as Zoe was saying,
yes,
this is a Halloween live stream.
Let's do it.
How do you
crashing the party, man?
That's what you could crash the party. It's all right. How do you? Craven, how do you feel about what's?
Oh
we have a
gosh,
hater?
we got Fate in there.
Even worse.
Okay.
This fucking guy.
$20 super chat. Let's go. Let's just bring the collective, Ron. Let's just crash it.
We're gonna get the whole party on board.
Let's go. $20 super chat for Forget Fate decided on the stream. Let's go.
God.
Or combination. If everyone wants to give like $5, 4 people get $5 or whatever you want to do. It's a combination of it. Let's go.
Well, there we go. Carrie's already going with that. Thank you, Carrie.
$18.
Oh, there's $2. $18.
$18.
We need $18, guys.
right.
Come on.
Sorry, I just thought that was a really funny typo right there. I had to come support. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Fate. I appreciate that, man.
Love
We
it.
applaud you. We applaud you. But
We
Steven,
do.
since you're here now, I'll let you have the floor for a minute. How do you feel about the ending for Halloween Ends? What do you want to see from it specifically? Like, is there anything you're looking for?
Yeah, man. I'm looking for a very satisfying ending that does not involve silver shamrock masks, radio towers, that really just lets us have a nice closure. I don't believe, let me say this, I do believe that Jamie Lee Curtis is going to, not Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, no, not Jamie Lee, Laurie Strode is going to die, all right? I think it's going to happen. I used to hope and think she wouldn't, but I think she will. And I don't believe Michael Myers is dying. Hot take for some, I don't think it's going to happen. He is, oh, boy.
Damn it.
Lindsay's coming through.
Lindsay is coming through.
Dude,
the worst.
let's go, Faith.
Zoe,
Get it up.
I'm so sorry, Zoe. You know, I know we got to deal with these guys now. Jeez.
Raven's fine. I was just joking. I really don't like Fate though.
Zoe's bringing it real.
What?
Keeping
Dang.
it real,
Uh-oh.
man.
You guys are
That's
gonna
right.
have
See, hey, Zoe and I have had a connection now. We did like a 4-hour live stream together, man. I mean, it was a good time.
I was like a school day, like a whole school.
So I'll say this. All right. So for the ending, for the ending of Ends. So I want it to be done in a non-cheesy, over-the-top kind of way. And here's the biggest thing. Okay, at the end of the day, if they all die, I'll accept it. Just don't reveal the source of Michael's abilities. Don't show us what's behind the curtain with him. All right, let's leave it ambiguous. If that happens, I'll pretty much accept everything else. Yeah,
I feel that. I totally I can agree with that. So how do you feel about that?
Sorry, I was reading Gary's comment.
Oh, did we get?
Oh, I know. I love that.
I do the pounding around here, right?
So you're the top in this relationship.
Yeah,
Is what you're
I'm
telling me.
Boy, get sensual here too, baby. Let's get
curveballs out here, yo.
Look at James. Look at there.
James, thank
James,
you.
who was, by the way, one of my Cravenites, showing up in the house tonight.
James, thank you.
Dude,
Thanks for
that
showing
is
up.
Amazing.
We
Now,
appreciate that.
Jake, I think now, Zoe was your lucky charm. I think it might be me now. I think I'm now transitioned as
I have
the new
all my
charm.
lucky charms.
All
I have
of your
all the
lucky
lucky charms.
charms.
I've collected all of. Is that fucked up? If I have an Irish accent, I don't know. But fuck it.
I love it.
Too many tentacles. There's never.
Oh,
listen,
no.
Carrie, there's never quite enough tentacles.
Yeah. Never.
As Zoe was going to say.
No. Let
Yes.
the tentacles rule.
Tentacles
Fate says he
rule
needs
all.
about 10 minutes, then he'll come in. All right.
Okay. 10
He's coming,
minutes.
guys. That's just enough time for me to talk to you guys and get out before he gets on. That's perfect. No, just joking, Fate. Or am I?
Good stuff. Or are you?
Yeah, or am I? Yeah, are you?
Never enough fingers, as I
Never.
like to say.
There's never enough tentacles and
That
fingers.
finger action, Jake, in your videos.
Well, yeah.
I know. Everyone seems to like it. Everyone likes
Do you
the
stretch before every video? You just
Yes, I get like the finger things that you exercise your
yeah.
hands with.
Oh, yeah.
I do that for about 15 minutes before every recording.
really.
So
I shake
No.
way before every video.
you shit like just like this,
Oh, yeah,
like right in your face,
just like
that.
this, right there. Long.
Oh, no.
Oh God, someone screenshotted that already.
I know. I'm like,
Seriously.
oh god, that's gonna be on
Those-
Reddit in like a day.
Loop the gif of it, just, oh gosh. That's why I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do the act. It'll be you guys on the gif, not me, all right?
If we all do it, it's not weird.
Oh no! See, that's how peer pressure works. Yeah, you got to watch that. That's that stuff. Hey, can I say one last thing about the ending of Halloween? Just shifting right back.
Yeah.
How's that nice transition? So
Seamless.
I want seamless. Thank you. I'm a seasoned pro. Thank you. I've worked at it for years. So no, not really. I want to see Hawkins. This is the other thing. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Hawkins. I believe that there's a real significance to him being brought into the kills and for him surviving 2018 to live, and the whole backstory when we actually get to see it unfold in this flashback. And we know that he did not, or he saved Michael, rather. And so I want to see Hawkins have a nice arc in this movie. Not necessarily that he lives, but that he faces Michael again. Because he saved Michael, remember? And I want to see him this time try to do his best to kill him. I don't think he will. I think a Strode will attempt to kill him better than him. But I want something with Hawkins is what I'm trying to say. I want some interaction with Michael.
How do you feel about that, Zoe?
I liked Hawkins as a character. They definitely realized they kind of messed up by killing him in 2018 because I don't care what you said, he's dead, man. Like he gets run over by a car. He's just like, but then they realize like, oh, he's such a strong character. So I would like to see Hawkins in a bigger role. I think he will just by process of elimination because there's less characters now. So yeah, I would like to see that. What do you think, Jake?
I agree with that. I would like to see him play some kind of big role in the ending scene, especially like why bring him back otherwise? I don't understand why they would have brought the character back unless he had some kind of purpose. Coop de oof, $5. Thank you so much. We're up to like 60 I got to do math real quick. Sorry guys.
$65. Listen.
Let's say 69. I like 69. We're at 69 extra minutes at this point.
All I can say is that was not there before I got here. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to say, other than you're welcome, Jake. You're welcome. Dinner's on me.
Dinner's on you. Thank you. Wow, I haven't eaten all day, so I actually appreciate that. I will say, Coop de Oof is offering up a $19 V-Bucks for Fortnite if anybody wants that. So there you go. Yeah.
Fate Decided is calling me. I'm going to go off camera for a second. I got to talk to Fate Decided.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
I'll be right back.
Don't say that. You won't be back. You won't be back, Raven. God. But yes. So Zoe, since we finally got that idiot out of here, we got him out. We can actually talk about
that,
stuff.
by the way.
Oh shit. I
got
man.
one ear on my headphones, buddy.
Oh man. Dang it. But yeah. So Hawkins in the ending though. Are we Are we feeling like that are they setting it up maybe for him just to take down Michael? Would you be kind of iffy about that? What do you want from his character specifically or anybody else in this movie? Just I'll let you take the floor for a second.
I don't know if they're going to let Hawkins give the final blow to Michael. I don't see that. I don't it'd be different, but it really has to be Allison or Lori. I don't see it being anyone else. Maybe Lindsay, maybe they all group in and just like fuck them up. I don't know, man. Like this is the one movie where I'm like, I'm glad I don't know much about it. I'm trying to kind of just avoid everything. I'm gonna watch the trailers obviously because I'm gonna make videos about it. That's the only thing. I'm like, this is like the one movie I don't really want to watch the trailer to. I don't know about you.
I totally agree. This is the one I don't want spoiled at all. I'm kind of worried about it too. Coop de Oof, thank you. We're up to 79 minutes now. Thank you so much, Coop.
Heck yeah.
I appreciate it. But yeah, no, I totally agree about like I want it to be something completely different. I don't want to know anything about it either. I hope they don't market this as much as Halloween Kills because I felt like they went a little overboard with that. Like they should in the final trailer, dude, they give away one of the coolest reveals, which is the flashback to the 70s stuff. And I'm like, I know a lot of that got a lot of it got leaked or whatever on Reddit, which is why I guess they did that. But at the same time, like I was avoiding Reddit like the plague at this time period.
Even YouTube comments, dude. Like I was getting so many contents on my videos.
Okay, I'm back.
It was awful.
Right,
dude.
like
sorry.
What's up? No, you're good. You're good.
Well, I got a phone call here. Fate, are you there, Fate?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
So we're on the live stream. I got you on speaker.
Okay, perfect. This counts, right? This counts as being on the stream for what do we got now? We're up to like $70 or something like that.
79, baby.
$79. Oh my gosh.
Hey, look at that. See, there you go. You get a phone call with me. I think that's fair.
Boo.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't
All
count.
right.
Oh.
I'll come on. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this, but yeah, keep it up. I will be there. I'll be there shortly. I just gotta finish cooking my food. After I finish cooking my food, I'll eat it real quick and then I'll be on. So just give me about 10 minutes, and you will have the people's choice of Fate Decided.
Oh wow.
Zoe wants you to take your time for a long time, like a real. Just take your time.
All the time in Zoe. All the time in the world. Oh, dude, I say you just make your food, eat it on the live stream. Go in 5 minutes. Get in here, dude. Let's go.
All right, well, I still have to finish cooking. So.
You're raw. What you doing?
He's downstairs right now. I can smell the food. So.
Right.
We'll see you soon. All right. Bye.
You have to be good, or Carrie's gonna boot you. Carrie's gonna do it. She rules with an iron fist around here, so better be good.
That's right, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, so Craig, we're talking a little bit about the end for like Hawkins' character, how this movie's going to play out. We obviously want it to be something different. Do you want to see Hawkins be the one to ultimately take out Michael in the end?
You're asking me, right?
Sure.
Okay. No, I mean, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't jumping
I was
in.
talking to you, but I was actually meaning for Zoe to
Meaning
answer the question.
I thought you were talking about asking Carrie to answer in the live chat, but no. No, yeah, absolutely. Get it up. Let's
Get it
go,
up,
Jason.
baby.
Get it
There
up,
we go.
baby.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that.
Heck yeah. So yes, here's the thing. I want to see Hawkins greatly involved, and I want to see that one-on-one, and I want to see him go after him. Just don't use a gun because he's not a very accurate shooter, as we know. So let's don't do that. But pick some other kind of a
That was
weapon.
a cheap shot.
I was a cheap shot.
that was
I
a
know.
friend.
Jake was like, first I was a little nervous if this joke was going to land, and Jake's like, he's like not smiling. Then he finally starts to laugh.
It took me a minute. I was like, oh, man, you know.
Yeah,
oh my God.
yeah, man. But,
Bearded Entertainment, thank you so much. Tommy Doyle is alive. How do we feel about that? And also, Coop de Oof weighing in on the stew debate.
Oh, come on, man. It's okay, man. You can deny the truth for now. It's okay. The day will come. You will be enlightened to the truth.
Tommy Doyle alive, huh?
Tommy
Doyle alive.
I just don't see it, guys, man.
You don't see him die.
Well, but
Technically,
what
you
you
don't see
do
him
see,
die.
and I watched his kill scene earlier, or his scene earlier today. I watched that part again, and he takes the bat, and you don't see him hit his head, but you know he's hitting his head. Blood profusely shooting up, flying, not even like a little. And then he shows the bat. And this is why I think Tommy's dead. Did you notice the bat is cut in half? That he hit his head so hard that bat broke in half. And what does he do after that? It's like with a sharp edge. He takes the knife and just stabs it right into him. And I'm like, oh shoot, because I want Tommy to be alive, but I just don't know how you survive that. I don't know.
I mean, what? He can't be in a wheelchair out there hunting around Michael? I mean, come on now.
I mean, I guess if it's
Now you're
motorized,
being
it could be.
discriminatory against handicapped people. Come on.
Yeah, Craven. No.
Where are you? Where are you, Michael?
Bearded again with the. We're up to 96 minutes right now. I just want to say that. That's awesome. So Tommy is dead as Hawkins was in Kills. Smart. How do you feel about this? Like, do you think he's dead? Could we bring back another character, or is that kind of too close to Kills?
I think he's dead, but I have been proven wrong before with Hawkins, so I don't know. I'm saying, man, Ends just has so many questions that I don't know how they're gonna answer them all, and I'm curious how they're gonna answer them all. They've set up a lot of questions that I think it's gonna take too long to answer, but we'll see. Like, I mean, that's just one instance. There's a lot more, like the time jump and the whole like is COVID gonna play a role in this? I heard that was a rumor. We'll see, man. Like the radio tower, like, who knows? Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know if that would be necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we would need to comment on that, because like if this movie takes place in 2022, we'd be where we are now. Would that be kind of weird if we had like a COVID thing to talk about or something? I don't know. That might be. I don't know if that would work or not. I don't know if that would work. Like if it took place in 2020, different story. But like, I just don't think it would. I don't know if the commentary would work at the point.
Yeah, I guess people would just be wearing masks, so it's just kind of presented there. It's like, okay, we know what time period this is in, we know what's happening, but I just don't see the inclusion. It doesn't really make sense.
I don't know. I feel like we're kind of like we've done the movies that commented on that now at this point. I don't know if it would still be like relevant. I don't know. You know, you never know. Bearded says it never shows that he's hitting Tommy.
I mean, that's technically that is true. I think it's implied heavily based on their scene right before the bat comes down, because Tommy's right there looking at him.
Because I thought he stabbed him and then he hits it, or is it the other way around? He hits him in the head with the bat and he stabs him, right? Like it's one of.
He stabs him at the end.
I gotta watch it again.
After he breaks the bat in half off hitting him in the head, then he stabs him. He comes down. But again, you don't see Tommy, so that's fair, Eric. That's a fair point. But I just think it's implied that's what's happening to him. But
the other thing about that too, to bring it back to Hawkins, is like Hawkins kind of went through something that was like, I thought he was dead. I mean, he got stabbed in the neck, right? Like that's not something that's you easily come back from. So for him to come back was pretty shocking. I wasn't expecting it. So I wouldn't put it past this team. I wouldn't be shocked if they ended up doing that, honestly.
I hope so. I hope he's back. I would love Lindsay and Tommy to be back in the mix, man. You know, and just pray that Tommy's gotten over this evil dies tonight thing. I cannot. I swear, if he says that, if he's back and he says that again, if evil dies 4 years later, I just no, don't do it.
It would almost be kind of funny, right?
Tonight.
Pumpkin pies tonight.
Pumpkin pies tonight.
Just like every variation of that he can possibly say. Just-
There's some funny ones when that movie came out on Twitter. There was just like so many people making fun of it. It was hilarious. that was the best one I've seen though. I always laugh when I hear that.
We hit him 26 times.
We hit
the
him
mob.
20 That's
God.
like that to me is the big thing that these movies are missing is like a Loomis type character. We don't have anybody constantly screaming crazy things in my face. I mean, I guess
know.
everyone kind of is in a way, but
Not in that smooth British accent, you know.
exactly.
No, I know.
Not the
It's
same.
nothing. There's nothing like that accent, man.
Oh man.
So we
Classic.
got from Bearded saying Hawkins was run over by the SUV after as well.
He was. Man.
So that's
Yeah.
another thing. I completely forgot about that. You're right.
Maybe he
so-
is in a wheelchair, Zoe, because he got ran over. Maybe was it irreparable leg damage?
Oh,
we
you
didn't
mean
we didn't
Hawkins?
see him walk. We
Yeah.
didn't see Hawkins
Oh,
walk.
yeah.
We didn't see
That
him
is a good
walking.
point.
He's in the hospital
No,
bed
no,
the
he
whole
needs
time.
a scooter, like one of those really scooter, like you see at Disneyland and Six Flags. They'd be
Yeah.
zooming. Just put like,
Put
a,
like
a
a-
rifle on the side of it, and you know,
He's got like machine guns on both
Yeah,
sides, and he's just
man.
ready to go for Michael
Yeah.
Myers. Yeah,
Put like a V8 engine on, or even our 4-cylinder engine on that sucker. And
he's
hot
going
rod
like
it up.
60 miles an hour with 2 machine guns.
No,
Heck
it's gonna be
yeah.
solar.
Just going.
50
That'd be
cal.
great.
We're environmental friendly now. We gotta have like a solar powered Tesla. To
Oh,
Tesla
gosh.
Right. We got to be right. We got to be. You know, it's Earth
Oh.
Day. It is
Yeah,
Earth Day.
Oh
Exactly.
my gosh! You know what's great? Have him on the solar-powered chair, and it's at night, and it dies, and he can't get the power, and he gets killed because he was on a solar-powered vehicle. Now that's social commentary. You buy an electric car, you die. There you go. That's seal it. Sign it up.
Jeez.
Michael
That's
is
it.
living
Man.
under the cave in the radio tower. He cuts off the electricity, and
Yes.
Hawkins can't power his wheelchair.
Nope.
Screws everything up. Man.
Everything
It's just-
up.
We are writing a bastardized version of this movie right now. I'm it's crazy.
Sadly,
I love it.
it might end up being a better version than what we get, and that's the sad part. But I hope
We'll
not.
see, man.
I hope not. I am
Like-
optimistic.
Me
Okay,
too.
I am.
Like Zoe said earlier, I'm cautiously optimistic. I totally
correct.
agree with that. I'm scared about
Yes.
what could happen. This one is just because and also I kind of like you guys. Thank you, Carrie. We kind of like you too.
You know what, Carrie?
Kinda
Let
like you.
okay, fine. Glad y'all
Right,
said
right.
that because Carrie, I love you. So they're kind of liking you. I'm already there. I love you, Carrie. So
I've already said it in this chat before. Much love to our wonderful mod,
Of
Carrie.
course,
And
yes.
she has hope for Tommy Doyle as well. There we
You
go. I
got
like
to.
it.
Holding
And-
on hope.
Jason Dyer with another super chat. Thank you to everybody with the super chats. The lady with the iron saved Tommy Hawkins.
This
better
lady
have
with
a
the
huge-
iron, dude. Come on.
That's
man.
awesome.
Can we take a
Huge role.
moment to look at Jason's profile picture? It is the best pose I've ever seen in my life.
He's
Can we
the
all
boss.
just do that real quick?
Yeah,
Like, just
exactly.
yeah.
It's like your prom
Wait.
photo.
Oh, hang on, Jason. Holy crap, I forgot about this.
Oh,
Whoa,
God, I
whoa,
have the
whoa!
hat.
whoa! This is breaking news.
What is that?
Oh, look at that! There
Look
it
at that.
is. Oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh, that is awesome.
There we
you
go. How convenient was
Dude.
that? I was filming, I was going to do a lighthouse video the other day, and I just didn't end up doing it, so that's why I just have this conveniently
Dude,
next
the,
to
the angle you were holding that hat up, it looked like a windscreen. It looked like you had a big ass windscreen. Like, all right, like the mic right here. I was like, what the fuck is that?
like, what? Like, what is he
a
holding
big
up?
ass windscreen, dude. What the fuck? Like, why do you have that?
Thank you, Coop de Oof. We consider you a friend as well. Thank you.
Yeah. So Coop, do you? If I bring Zoe and Jake over to my channel, will you be as much of a giving mood? Because if you are, we can definitely change locations in a little bit. We can like skip around. No, I'm just teasing you. Glad you're here. I'm glad you're having fun. We're having a good time.
We're having a great time. We're having a real good
Yeah.
time. Oh, yeah.
Vibing.
So, anyways, this movie has to be fresh for it to do good at the box office. Because I have some thoughts on this, Kyle. Zoe, I'll let you start off. Does this movie have to be good to be successful, or at this point, is it that established of a franchise that like they could put out a piece of poop and it would be whatever? And obviously, we wouldn't want that. But like, are you concerned that might be the case?
They could have Michael taking a shit in the middle of the street for like
Oh.
10 seconds and it would sell. Like yeah, it doesn't need like it could be shitty. It still make millions of dollars. It's fine. Like people are gonna go see it. Like
First
that's
time
concerning.
viewers will. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say yeah.
we
No,
are
go
too,
ahead, yeah.
like we're gonna go see this movie regardless. Like they have
We are.
our money. So it's like it doesn't
But-
have to be good.
But what about the repeat bit? Because, like, I know now your casual fan will watch it once, most likely, and that's it. But for those who are beyond casual fans, like ourselves and others, we like. I think I can say this. We like to go for multiple viewings sometimes, like at least a couple. So if we get that bad movie that we just can't stand, of course, I'm not going back to see it, right? And then I'm just wondering how that would affect those of us that are more of the hardcore fans in terms of repeat ticket sales.
But we're a small niche as well. We're not the majority, so they're not even trying to cater us. They're trying to cater to the everyday person who's just like, oh, I want to go see a movie this weekend.
Dude, that's not.
I'm really sorry. So I didn't mean to cut you off. But that's just too funny, man.
we got someone admitting to fraud on the live channel right now. On the live
channel.
channel.
There's $70 on YouTube on my credit card.
Well, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'll feel really bad. I also want to say we have a guy hanging out backstage. We have someone that has entered the chat, and that is Mr. Decider of Fate. Fate decided. What is going on?
Gosh, look at this.
What are you doing?
So,
What are you doing?
Fate, welcome to the
choice.
chat.
What's up?
Welcome. I want to say this is the most people I've ever had on a stream, so thank you guys for coming. I greatly appreciate it.
Awesome.
Zoe, I believe you have some strongly worded things to say to Mr. Fate Decided.
Yeah, first of all, why are you here, and why didn't you bring my dinner upstairs? Like, it's still sitting downstairs.
Because you're in the stream. I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't want to be rude, babe. I just,
Okay, now hold on now.
That's the answer I was looking for.
If this is going to start turning into something really sensual, I may have to just bow out. I don't know how far we're going to go, boys.
Oh, well, I guess it's
I have
going to be
my
a three-way
limits.
tonight.
Oh boy.
What if I just?
Steven's in the corner.
Everyone,
He can
In the
watch.
corner. I'm down the road. I'm down the freeway. I'm like miles away. You know what? No corner.
you guys all think it's a joke, but imagine if I just turned off my camera and I just showed up behind Zoe and just like.
That would be hilarious. I'd be like, what? Like, holy crap! What is going on? Holy crap!
Jokes.
And I
on
give
you guys.
Jake a big bear hug. Oh, Jakey boy.
I would want a hug from all you guys. I'll be totally honest.
Absolutely, man.
A sensual hug.
A sensual.
What about a massage?
What's up, Things Like
on
a
the
Director?
live stream? Like a massage on the live stream. What do you think about that, Jake? Would you be
I
down
would be
for that?
so down. I would be down for a massage.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to say no to that. Okay, that's just going to be great. Koopty Oof with another super chat.
Dude, your mom's credit card.
Your
Put
mom
it
is
up.
going to kill you, Koopty Oof. Oh man, like I feel so bad. This is for Fate. Also, I still got that $19 Fortnite card. Listen, guys. If you guys want some free V-Bucks, hit up Koopty Oof. Okay.
Oh.
I'm the people's choice. Craven throughout the. Let's bring Fate in the chat, and guess what happened? It all just started flooded in. I get it.
There you go, man.
Wow.
You know what's great about being in Vegas though is because like when you have a gambling addiction like myself, you can get free massages. It's great. Like you can gambling and like the massage woman will come over or guy or whatever and massage you. It's wonderful. It really helps you gamble more.
They do that in Las Vegas?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
They probably
Damn.
comp you if you spend enough money. They'll get comp.
See, I've always been broke my entire life, so every time I go to Vegas, it's just like I don't get the massage treatment. It's not great.
You got to lose enough money, man.
Yeah, right. So Zoe, I'll start with you for this one. Koopty Oof has never seen a Halloween film. What would you recommend for their first time viewing besides the original? If you'd say not the original, because that's the easy choice, what would you say would be a really good introduction to this franchise?
Oh, Resurrection, no doubt. It's just the only way to go.
Oh,
Like,
that's the wrong answer right there. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? It's the best one. God.
no.
Like, trust me, don't listen to them. Like, you have to watch.
Don't
Resurrection.
listen to
Just
them.
and only watch that one.
Only that one. You don't need to watch anything else. Not even
The whole time
H2O.
you're watching it, wear drown out headphones and blindfold yourself.
Yes.
That's great.
Craven, for because Zoe's on some bullshit right now. No, I'm not talking.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
But Craven, if you had one
enough of them,
or not enough, you have to watch enough. You have to take enough to watch. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Don't do that.
Craven, what would be your one Halloween movie besides the original you would say that would
shoot.
introduce this franchise pretty well?
Wow. Okay, there's two that are really on my mind. My first instinct and first thought, like just bam, was H2O. Just that was the very first thing that popped in my head. And I would probably still stick with that. My second was going to be 2018.
Oh, okay,
Yep, it was
interesting.
gonna be 2018,
Interesting.
Yep. But I would say H2O. Start there, and it'll give you some history. And so at least you'll know who Jamie Lee Curtis is in the story a little bit before you get to 18 or whatever in this timeline. Yeah, that's what I'd go with. Do H2O. Why not? It's a fun movie.
Heck yeah, that's a good choice. I think that really captures a lot of the energy in Halloween, opposed to Resurrection. No, I'm totally messing with you, man. Actually, like I'm gonna just say it. I don't hate everything from Halloween Resurrection. There's some things that are enjoyable. It's hilariously bad.
It's on to laugh at. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's so bad it's good. Like I can watch that movie with a group of friends and just laugh my ass off for an hour and a half.
The kung fu, the kung fu.
exactly.
Like that's
true.
so memorable. Mr. Fate Decided. What would you say for this answer from the Halloween
first
franchise?
off, Zoe can take a pounding, so he can take it. Give it to him. But outside of that,
Listen, he said that he was the one doing the pounding earlier. I'm just saying.
well, I mean, we had to alternate scenes and stuff. You know, we had to see which one was the best.
It's a 20-minute scene. I mean, you guys can't be
10
just doing the
minutes
same
each.
thing.
Yeah, sometimes he's the top, sometimes I'm the top, sometimes we're both the top. You know,
Whoa.
real
Whoa.
stuff. Don't ask
You never
me
seen
that.
that before?
No, I don't know what that would look like. This is crazy.
But yeah, H2O I've said is like arguably my favorite Halloween movie besides the original. I just like it. I think it's really good. You know, I mean, I think it really depends on like what you're trying to achieve. Like and what you want to do. I mean, obviously 78 is a thing. But I mean, even if you've never seen a Halloween film, like the Rob Zombie films, I could see that being entertaining for people. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Compared to like 78 and stuff like that, they're terrible movies. But if you've never seen one, you have nothing to compare it to. And then that could actually, if you hate those movies, then I think somebody said it's all uphill from there, which is true. But if you do like those movies, you're gonna love the 78, the David Gordon Green things. I know Craven absolutely hates the Rob Zombie films, but at least you get a lot of the establishment that you get from 78, things like that, because it is in many ways just a complete remake. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not really big on the Rob Zombie films either, but like, if you're completely removing 78 from the equation, then either David Gordon Green's version, I think, is a good place to start, or the Rob Zombie's. At least you get a little bit,
I feel that. I get what you're saying. I think for me, Halloween 4 would probably be the one I would go with if you haven't seen any of them, just because like that one feels a lot like the original. It's like the original without Laurie Strode is kind of how I feel about it. So it's not like my favorite, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a good time. I would say probably Halloween 4 would be my, but H2O is another great choice as well. Jason Dyer with the $20 super chat. We're up to like 2 hours at this point, which is crazy. Halloween Ends is going to make a ton of money, good or bad, but it could hurt future movies. I want to see a giant alligator eat Myers to reboot Alligator. I was going to hit the thumbs up, but Fate just came in. Oh, wow. We have a lot to unpack with that comment.
Oh, man.
It's okay, Jason. It'll be okay. It's okay.
I don't think he wants the hug, Tyler.
He does. Oh, no, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Oh, he does? Okay. Well,
That's a cry for affection from me. That's what that is.
It's a cry for help.
That's it's a cry for fate.
crying for deciding his fate. So how do we feel about that though? With I don't even know. There's so many things to talk about from that one comment. What about the alligator eating Michael Myers? Would that be a good ending? But okay, no, we don't need to talk about that. No, but could you see this movie affecting the future of the franchise though? Do you think like if this movie sucks, they won't make any more in the future? I'll start with Zoe.
No, like we've seen so many all the movies that have sucked. A majority of them have sucked, so it's not like, and they've always rebounded. He's just one of those characters that are just, you can't kill him in the box office and in the movies. He's always there for the most part. So
Okay, that's kind of a hot take, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't know
Is it?
if the majority of the movies suck, though. I don't know if the majority of them. I really enjoy a lot of them, honestly. I think like 5 Resurrection and like
yeah,
Rob Zombie 2. I think those movies suck. But like the rest, I said 5.
5, 6.
6 is rough.
Arguably
Yeah.
the Rob Zombie movies, whatever. So that's 4, right? And
Yeah.
then,
And there's like what? Is there 12 or 13?
There's,
right
I
now?
think, is it 13 now, I believe? Or is it 12?
With
Halloween
ends,
I
will it be
believe,
13?
Ends will be 13.
That's what. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
and
yeah.
then Kills is very divisive, even though. So
Kills is
I love
trash.
I
Well,
love
everyone in
Kills.
this stream loves Kills, so
Oh, yeah.
I speak
Yeah,
for the
I
entire
like it.
group here.
there's at least 5 really. There's like 3 really bad Halloween movies and 5 or 6 that are debatable.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll take that. I agree with you there. I think they're
half.
debatable for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'll let Craven go next. How do you feel about that?
So,
Do you think if Ends just sucks
Yeah.
massive balls, do you think it will continue the franchise or not?
I will say this: if it makes over $100 million, the franchise will live on and on. It's
Yeah.
going to continue on. I had to warm your heart there just a little bit. Yeah,
I love when you serenade me.
I saw you. It makes me want to continue, but I won't for the sake of everyone's ears. But I will tell you this: I absolutely believe it's coming back. Who knows how long? It could be 2, 3, 4 years, whatever. But you know, there's too much money just to walk away from it. It's just I don't know. Now I've said before I would love for it to be an anthology series for maybe 2 or 3 movies before you go back to Myers. Or I guess you could have Myers in it, but they're all different stories, different people. That would be I think would be a fun way to do it. But
I feel that. Yeah.
I think it's going to come back, even if it doesn't do that well. If they make money, they double their money. I think it's going to come back.
Well, when this Exorcist trilogy inevitably bombs,
Oh gosh,
I'm rooting for it, but like at the
3
same time, I don't
movies,
understand.
man.
3 movies, dude. Like what? I don't
We tried
understand.
that
I don't.
before. It's like such a it's such a surface level like movie that's just you're spreading it way too thin. Maybe surface level is the
yeah.
wrong word, but there is some depth you can tell with it. But there's only so much. I mean, I guess you could say that with Halloween too. He's just a guy walking around with a mask, but The Exorcist is a trilogy, man.
I don't. Listen, I trust in
know.
Jason Blum, but this is iffy to me. But Fate, how do you feel about that? Is this if Ends just absolutely sucks massive ball sack? Do you think they'll keep making them in like 10+ years?
Absolutely. We're on a live stream, so to be careful. But yeah.
Can I not say that? Can I not say you can't suck a ball
balls?
sack?
No, absolutely you can. But when I wanted to respond with that, you probably can't say. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone care
shit.
for a cup of tea? Oh, I'll let you figure that out. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Oh no.
Jake's got some massive balls. That's all.
Some massive
look at there.
Oh, look, balls.
Perfect.
No,
Man,
perfect.
your mom's credit card is on fire, man. When she gets her bill in, she's gonna be like, "What is all this?"
2 balls,
YouTube?"
$2.
Yeah, $2, $2.
$2, $2. It works out. It's the perfect number.
I don't want to assume how many balls you have. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I am the rare number of 3. I will say that.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I'm a 1 ball man. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's
I got giant balls, but little. It's really weird. I got
just like two
it's
two
like-
bowling balls and
it's 2 bowling balls and like
and a corn dog.
a little sunflower seed.
Oh,
Just like
It's like a
twig and
button on a
berries.
peanut.
just like,
Twig and berries,
what
buddy.
happened here?
What happened? Jesus, this live stream is unhinged.
It is
unhinged.
unhinged.
This is what the
Completely.
people want. we're just giving them what they want. But
Exactly.
back to the Halloween discussion. As far as it's inevitable. They're gonna do that. I mean, you already had a terrible Halloween Kills movie. The only thing you can do is
Come on, man.
the only thing you can do is go up from there. So I mean, but outside of that, I mean, it's one of those things. It's inevitable. You can't keep a good Michael down.
I agree. I mean, he's too iconic of a killer to kill the franchise with one bad movie. And I don't think no way is Ends gonna be worse than like 5 or Resurrection. I don't think that's a possibility. Honestly, it's got to be better than that. I see some disagreement there, Steven.
Oh no, I was just thinking Thorn. I was thinking about the 6, especially, and 5. Donald Pleasance is the only reason those movies are worth watching. frankly, in my opinion. There's some parts that are okay, some whatever, but I mean, Donald Pleasance, it was his last movie, was 6. So I like to revisit it every now and then just to see him with his last performance. But yeah, I mean, look what we've rebounded from. We've rebounded from Curse, there was more. We had Resurrection, there was more. We had Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, there were more. So it's going to be the same thing. I mean, again, guys, listen. Whatever side on the fence you're on, this is a money-making business. The film industry is all about the bottom dollar. Now, if this movie tanks in the box office, which I just don't think it will, then that could be another story. But no one will ever convince me that if this thing makes 100 million, even 120, 110, any of that they're just going to say, okay, we had fun with that. We're gonna stop making money on this IP now. And I don't see it. I just think it comes down to that.
And like you were saying about Rob Zombie's Halloween, it's all uphill from there. If you just watch that one, thank you, Bearded, for
that. Is true, Bearded. You said it, man.
And Coop de Oof, 1 year ago today, we're celebrating our anniversary, Coop de Oof. Thank you.
How about that?
Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. And then Jason is coming back at you, Fate, and saying you are the man, actually. Going to see the new Nick. I'm going to see the new Nick Cage movie on Sunday. I'm so pumped for it. I cannot wait for that. Hope Stu is in it. Lethal Collective. Today was awesome. Halloween 4 rules. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you, buddy.
Jason. I appreciate you. I love you too, Jason. Me and Jason have a love-hate relationship. Jason's awesome. Yeah, right.
I think Halloween 5, this is the one movie where I don't mind taking a huge shit on. I hate Halloween 5 so much. Like, it can suck my one ball. I hate it. It's terrible. It's terrible.
No.
Like, what are you guys' thoughts on Halloween 5? It's like kind of the midway point of the Thorn trilogy, I guess, because 4, 5, and 6 are technically the Thorn
I mean,
trilogy.
I have to say that the fourth one, I'm not going to take over here. Don't. I'm just want to interject. The fourth one, I know we call it as part of the trilogy, and I do it too. I say it all the time, but I really don't think it is. I know it just almost feels like its own movie.
Of everything, kind of.
Yeah, it does. It does. So I guess it is. I just always think of if it is probably in other words, it's a standalone movie. You could like totally take that movie and stop. And
4 is great. It's like Michael's comeback tour. Like it's
his comeback tour, bro. It's really a good movie and it's underrated. I think a lot. So anyway, go ahead, sir. Sorry, just want to interject that.
No, I was just saying like 5. I used to hate 6 more than 5, but I've come around to 6 a little bit. Like there's aspects of 6 that I think it's kind of goofy, but it is Donald Pleasance's last movie. Paul Rudd is weird in it, which is kind of entertaining.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, but 5 is just
he's like creepy, you know what I mean? Like he's just like straight up creepy in that movie.
He's a weird Tommy Doyle, man. And then 5's mask is just dog shit. Just
oh my god.
It like flares out at the bottom. It's just
How can you mess that up after in Halloween Kills you get it so perfect to the original? Like I just don't I don't get it. I really don't.
It's bad. I heard it was something about the mask was not. In other words, the stuntman's face was a different size or shape a little bit. Everybody's faces are a little different, and apparently the mask just didn't fit it right. Is what I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I'd heard.
That's how
what is
Dick Warlock was too. His face is kind of bigger than Nick Castle's, so it looked weird. Because it's the same mask between Halloween's 1 and 2, but Dick Warlock's face is just like bigger.
It is bigger.
It does look a little different. Like it's the same mask, but yes, it does look. There's something about it. Yeah.
Too, so.
Right.
True.
Wasn't it under Nick Castle's like bed or something for like a year?
Deborah Hill's bed.
That's what it is. Yeah.
There were smokers and latex.
That's why I got the yellow on there. Yeah.
Latex does not age well.
Dang. It's like it's untouched for all that time, right? Just like you say, oh my gosh.
Yo, imagine how much it smells. Just
right.
It smells like a bar.
Oh man. Hopefully they didn't wash it. They say, here, dude, we got to be true to the original. We got to washing it. You got to put it on.
Why does your face have acid burns on it? Don't
worry about it.
What are your concerns?
Get pink eye from the mask.
Oh, that's funny that you bring that up, Mr. Fate. Anyways, I will bring up that shit. But Josh Hartnett was the bomb. Would love to see John Tate return as Laurie's son, conceived with Ben Tramer. Now, James, this is interesting because we were talking about this a little bit on the Lethal Collective stream about how maybe Ben Tramer could return for this new movie because he is confirmed to be alive in this timeline. He was not hit by the truck that we saw in in part 2 or a car or whatever, and it just randomly blows up. It's awesome. Right.
Amazing.
Just a
wanted candy.
shitty. You're right. Just a shitty mask to be wearing that night. Should not have been doing that, man.
Have you, wait, hold on. Have you guys seen Dr. Wolfila's review of Halloween 2?
No, I have not.
It's the funniest review for Halloween 2 I've ever seen, and just his reaction to Ben Tramer dying is just fucking great. Like
he's fantastic.
He's
like one of
amazing.
my favorite creators in the space, honestly.
I love that guy so much.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's that. I'll like literally, I'm adding it to my watch list. I try to like, I just don't have time to consume a lot of YouTube. So like when I do though, he's definitely like on the list of like something I'll go to and watch religiously. Because yeah, his reviews are so like entertaining and so informative too. He's so silly with his voice and all that. It's great.
Yeah. It's amazing.
But yeah, so how do we feel about Ben Tramer though coming back into this movie and possibly playing some kind of role in it? Like, do we think that could happen? Is there too many characters now for that to even be plausible? Fate, I'm gonna start with you because I know we've been going back and forth over here. So I'll let you take some time to just spew out some stuff about Mr. Tramer.
All right, ready, strap in. No, but no, I like.
So holy shit,
That
same
was
wavelength.
Perfect
Same
sync,
wavelength.
you guys. That
Oh,
was
sorry.
crazy.
Waiting on my man Jake. Otherwise, we have problems.
Yeah,
We got a
back
love
off.
triangle going on here.
Cut
All
that
this.
out.
Not your turn yet. Chill.
Just because you're the director, you think, so you want some extra scenes?
Some rehearsal.
God, I see the kind of person you are. But anyway, back to the actual conversation. I think at this point, it's like, what's the point? I mean, yeah, you could, but it's like you kind of said, there's so many characters. You'd imagine that they're going to dive into some other ones in this film. What's the other doctor's name that they established in Kills? Jake
Sartain or
No.
Oh, in Kills.
Kills.
Oh my God, his name is slipping me now. But I know they briefly mention him and
Dr. Mathis, right?
yes, Dr.
Yes,
Mathis. Thank you.
There
Yes.
you go. Thank you. Yes. So like, it's very likely they're going to establish him, whatever the case may be. So I mean, do you want to convolute your film? I mean, I maybe like a little cameo, maybe something like brief. I think like what was mentioned, like be like bringing the kid back, stuff like that. I think that would be a little maybe too much for this film because like you got to have I mean, obviously like the fandoms that's watched all of them, then they would get it. But like this is also was an entry point for a lot of people, stuff like that. I don't know. Execution is everything, right? Execution and the way that
I guess that they do it right,
and
maybe,
the way that they write it is everything. I mean, like we were talking about on the collective with Nick Castle. Like, would it be cool to have him as like a cameo for those that like know who he is? Or maybe just have an epic death scene. Like maybe something like that. That would be cool. Like where maybe he gets a death. So like us, we know who it is, but like the other people don't just think it's somebody that's killed off. I don't know. I think something along those lines.
Yeah.
So,
I think it could be one of those things that's mentioned in passing, like maybe Ben Tramer is the father of Karen or something. I think that could be interesting. I think that's kind of what they were setting up, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I got from the her and Hawkins' conversation in the hospital. But we'll see. I don't mind it. I don't see him being a big player in this movie at all because he's not. Besides that conversation between Laurie and Hawkins in the hospital, he's not mentioned at all. I don't see him being like a viable stand-in character that's going to be throughout the film at all.
Sorry, guys, just typing something in the chat.
You're good.
All right, there we go. I'm not gonna elaborate on that anymore. But yeah, so I totally agree. I think that like if they bring him in, it's got to be purposeful. Like I think like at this point, it's kind of he's almost more of a joke as a character. You know what I mean? Like it's like it was something that he was referenced a lot in Halloween 1, and then he gets brought back into Halloween 2 and killed is almost like kind of a joke. It's almost like dark humor. You know what I mean? But I do think if they're gonna bring him back and like he's still alive at this point, that all that stuff in 2 didn't happen. Got to be purposeful, man. Don't just throw him in there just to like like just to be something cool. Like it's like, oh hey, look at this, it's Ben Tramer. It's the same thing with Stu. Like I feel the same way with Craven not here. I can say that. Like
He's listening.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
He's like losing his mind right now. He's like, hurry up.
I'm talking about Stu. But yeah, no, but Stu Mocker. I don't want him to bring him in if they have no purpose to do it. Like, it's cool. I'm like whatever. You need a little more than that. I think. I want him to focus on the characters that are already established. That's how I feel about it. Because we have like a lot going with Hawkins right now. They're setting up something with him. They're setting something with Kyle Richards. Why would they keep her alive unless they were doing something with her character? It's got to be something, right? They got to be setting up something. Fate.
Do you think whenever anyone in the world mentions Stu, Craven's ears perk up? He's just
yes. Like I'm not even joking.
It's like a bat signal. He just like he's just there.
Somebody in like I don't know, Zimbabwe or something is like, oh Stu. He's like, what? He gets like chills. He's like, oh.
What?
Stu.
What?
What is this Stu?
It's like a dog whistle.
I'm gonna make him a Stu whistle.
Instead of the Stu train, he's got like a little whistle or something.
Whistle and it just goes,
Oh my god.
That's great. Yes. Oh my god. We need to make this.
I'm waiting for the day that Craven gets Matthew Lillard on his live stream because I feel like it's gonna happen one day because he's just like so persistent about it. I can't wait.
Did I hear Craven? Did I hear my name? Where did I just Craven? I'm like, oh,
talking
hold on
about
a
the
minute.
Stew Train, man.
Oh, the Stew Train, bro.
Oh god.
I don't. No, listen.
I was asking Craven. I was asking Craven if somebody anywhere in the world says Stu, does your ears perk up? Like somebody in Zimbabwe is like Stu, and you're just like, what?
I mean, I do have this persistent thing where I'm like my head jerks, and I'm like, what is that I'm hearing? I will say this, and I'm not going to turn this into a Stu thing, but I will say, Zoe, since you mentioned it, because I got caught just to tell in what you said right as I was coming out. No, you're talking about how you thought one day I may get him on the channel, right?
Yeah.
That's all, and I want to say I do believe that day will come. I don't know when it's going to come. No, I'm being serious. I don't know when it's going to come. It could be 5 years from now. Who knows? But I think the day will come that's going to happen. I think I will have, and that will be like the pinnacle moment of the channel. I'll have to be very, very.
Oh my God.
I meant to be slightly medicated to calm down before that stream.
You'll retire. You'll be on your ranch like that.
I've collected all of the Infinity Stones at this point.
Seriously, it's like for like I don't know how long. I'll just be like satisfied. I don't care what happens. Yeah. Fate's like, the Stew Train's crap. I'm just totally satisfied. I'm like
Stew Train's
like the conversation you guys would have. I would just love to hear Matt, like, because Matthew's headcanon is that he totally wants to bring back the character. So for you two to be going back, I would kill to see that live stream. Oh my God. Like,
oh dude, it will be the stream of all streams.
We got to do a campaign. We should start a campaign with all our subscribers and have everyone reach out to Matthew Lillard.
Just add him on Twitter.
Everyone, just Twitter or something like that. And then get Craven.
I feel like he would do it.
Yeah.
Come to Craven Scary, or whatever. Yeah, that would be so awesome. Yeah. It's Bearded Entertainment, who's here in the chat. Who made this. He's actually made a Stew Train for me. It's real. It's actually a real train. He's showing me, and he's having Matthew Lillard sign it next week at Frightmare.
Oh,
wait, no way! I thought. No way! Oh my God!
Matthew Lillard's going to sign the Stew Train. He's going to talk to him about the Stew Train, about my channel. And the plan now, I know we're on live. I should probably talk about this offline, but I'm actually writing a letter to Matthew, and Eric Bearded is going to put it in an envelope and print it out and give it to him in person.
That's awesome. So
at least I know that he's getting the message. And I've been chatting with the guys over at the Midnight Movie Club who he's working with, to bring awareness to new filmmakers. Mm-hmm. And he does a Discord chat there with Matthew Lillard and Billy, and I can't remember Billy's last name. But I've reached out to those guys. I've been chatting. And they are now. They're going to also say, "Man," he said, "Man, send me your note. I will personally get it over to Matthew." So I think maybe between them and Aaron Bearded Entertainment helping me and being so generous to do that at least he'll know I exist at some point at this if he reads the letter. And we'll see what happens, guys. Things happen. I'm telling you, I've proven to myself with
Wow.
Maureen Prescott coming on now for a second time
That's pretty badass.
next week to watch Scream 3
Dude,
on my
yeah.
channel. I mean, this stuff happens. You can happen. Just
Yeah.
stay positive and try and work hard at it. Be persistent.
Yes. And Craven, I gotta say, man, like to this day, the coolest live stream I have ever been on in my life was with Nancy Ann Ritter over on your page. I like.
Oh.
I think
That
about it.
was
Like I
epic.
think about it sometimes. I'm just like, that was so fun. Like that was the funniest and craziest thing to ever happen on a live stream. Like, oh my god, like it's insane. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm glad, man.
Your streams are fantastic, man. I
Thank
love
you,
all the
buddy.
guests you get and stuff. It's just great. It's
We
good
need
stuff.
Michael Myers on the live stream. He's just silent all the time.
Yeah, just
God, that'd be amazing.
Staring at you like that.
I tell you. And
Why do
you're
you
welcome,
kill?
Ben. You're welcome, Ben. Absolutely. Thanks for being there. Yeah, I got to interview Catherine last night, who played Meg in Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. She was such a great sport, And I loved how we got started, and she's like, just call me Meg. I'm like, can I call you Meg? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, so tell me, Meg. I'm like, this is so wild, talking to her in character. But, now I will say one last thing, Jake, if I might, while we're talking about guests. This is, and I was going to keep it in the bag, but I'm going to let it out of the bag in a little bit. I don't have a date I can give you, but I can tell you this. I have confirmation. We've been communicating through email back and forth for about 3 weeks now, that the stunt woman for Jamie Lee Curtis in the current Halloween trilogy will be coming to my channel. She's confirmed she wants to come on. She's checked out my channel. She liked it. She says, I'm there. I'm excited. So she is doing all of the stunts for Jamie Lee Curtis, for Laurie Strode, in the current trilogy. I'm going to have her on the
Dude.
channel. We're going to talk about the David Gordon Green trilogy. And the stories she's going to have from filming with everybody for 3 movies. Same one, all 3 movies. So she's coming on the channel. I just don't have a date. So that's breaking news.
And look at that,
Finally.
Michael Myers right there with just the
Yes.
silence. That's great.
That's it.
Craven, that's awesome, man. Oh my god, you got to ask her about Halloween Ends. Like, see if you can pull anything. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I mean?
try
I mean,
really hard, man, to do
Dude.
that. I totally. And what my ultimate goal will be is to see if she'll come back when cause she said right now she's filming a movie through May, so her schedule's insane. So that's
Yeah.
why we're having a hard time locking a date. But she said I'm going to eventually ask her. You know what I'm going to ask her, right? Could you come back and watch one of the Halloween movies, and you can point out all your stunts to us as they're happening on screen. So
okay.
2018. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
potential there. A lot of potential. So
Dude, that'd be sick, man. Oh my god, yeah.
just had to mention
that's
that.
awesome.
That's a hot take. That no one really knows that, but like two or three people. So you guys now have heard of the news. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Michael,
so cool.
please don't,
Have
please
all
don't
4
stab
people
us.
on stream.
Oh, no.
I saw that too. That's great.
Oh,
Please no. Not, I don't want to get stabbed quite yet. Just like a
No.
couple more years, and then I can get stabbed. I'm fine with that after. like
You gotta
like
make
20.
the movie first.
Yeah, I got to make the movie. Red Right Hand might get a sequel. 27, I can.
He
That's
said
fine.
stab, not kill. God,
Oh, that's a good point.
You've never been penetrated before. Jeez.
oh,
Phil knows a lot about getting penetrated.
Michael can penetrate me. Whatever. Okay, I can't say that on a live stream.
Whoa.
Jeez. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That
I
nice
meant stabbing.
big side.
I meant stabbing. Just like a stab to the chest. That's what. That's what I meant.
Penetration is a naughty word for YouTube.
Please, Susan, don't take this down. Please, YouTube CEO Susan, don't take this down.
Penetration isn't on the naughty list for YouTube.
It's not. Okay.
No,
good.
you're good. You can say penetration all you want.
Michael, penetrate me! Woo!
That's good. That's like-
Bam! I can just scream it to
As
the
you say
sky.
that, the stream just died.
Yeah, boom! Just shut down. No super chats
Wow.
for you, Mr. Killjoy Jake. Someone is totally gonna clip that.
Yeah.
Me just screaming that into the sky. Come on.
I just did, so you're good.
Okay, yeah. Well, make a good meme out of it at least. if you're gonna do
Penetration
that.
can mean anything. Can it though?
I
Can
mean,
it, though?
anything.
Come on.
Anything?
We all know
Anything?
what we're talking about.
No.
Whenever I get penetrated, it's only for one reason.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh,
we're
boy.
stepping off the deep end
To
with
Get
that.
my, to get my vaccinations to be
When your
healthy.
Oh,
vaccinations,
right.
your shots.
Yeah, you guys are
I
sick.
mean, that's
You
true.
guys make me sick.
Well, Robert has a good.
Robert says, "Have you seen the behind-the-scenes picture of a junkyard for Halloween Ends?" I have not seen
haven't
that.
either.
Robert,
I don't think I have.
is this new? Has this just come out?
The leaks have been tame for this movie. I do say that hasn't been a lot of information about Halloween Ends, so that's a good thing compared to Kills because that was
Yes.
just terrible.
Right.
Yeah, but most of the stuff that Kills came out with, the studio put out. Like the studio showed the movie a month and a half before the movie.
Yeah, and
came out.
the script also got leaked online
all that,
too.
yeah.
That was
Like,
the whole major
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
The whole
yeah.
script. Like
Yeah,
there were some differences in the between the movie. It's pretty much that script was like the extended version you got on the 4K, but yeah, it was pretty bad. It sucked. It kind of ruined the hype a little bit.
Yeah, like I just for me, like I knew what to expect from the movie, you know, pretty much. It's a movie called Halloween Kills. You're gonna get Michael Myers running around killing people, and I was kind of expecting a more candy version of Halloween from it. And that's what we got, but I would have liked a lot of those kills to be a surprise. Like that's what the film had to offer, and I kind of knew exactly what I was getting into. Like the firefighter scene. Imagine if we had no idea. Imagine if we had no idea that was coming, and it's just like
in the trailer was kind of like they showed a little bit too much, like 20
Yeah,
seconds less. Or
they
something.
showed all the kills in that scene, and it's like,
did.
what? That would have been such a good reveal if you would have, like, the fucking Michael turning the cement saw on him. Like, dude,
Yeah.
oh,
You
that's
guys
such a good
remember
scene.
The 2018 trailer where they showed Michael fighting Laurie in her house. They showed way too much of that scene too. They pretty much spoiled that whole scene, which kind of sucked.
For Halloween Ends, don't show anything from the third act. Fate, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, please.
No. I was just gonna say like my favorite thing of all of the spoilers leaks was the firefighter thing because there was a whole petition on trying to get that removed from the film.
Yeah,
and like 100
it's a
people
movie.
Yeah, 100 people signed it. It was the greatest thing ever.
100 people.
Yeah, it
that's
was like, there was like 100
I
people
feel
that
terrible
signed it.
for
They were
those
acting
people.
like it was like 100 million people. They're like, see, look, it's like it was great. It made
Dang.
I was like, people have nothing better to do than just find ways to just be upset. Like,
Exactly.
there's so much
Yeah.
better things to be upset about. than-
Like, it's tough to be a horror movie fan and be easily offended, is how I see it. You know what I
what I'm
mean?
saying,
Like
yeah.
there's some offensive shit in horror movies, you know? Like, I mean, I just watched High Tension. Have you guys ever seen High Tension
Yes.
before?
I've heard of it. I
It's
haven't
been
seen
a
it.
long time.
I have
but yes,
not.
I have.
I've not
So
seen
there's
it.
one very memorable moment from this that I don't even think I can talk. Like, I can talk about penetration. I don't think I can talk about this on the stream.
Oh.
There's one scene at the very beginning. Tyler, you know what I'm talking about here or nah? No, completely.
Not off the top of my head. I haven't.
Okay.
I've seen the movie. It's just been a long time.
The
Like, I would
killer.
have-
The killer does some necrophilia kind of stuff.
Oh yes, okay,
Yeah.
yes. That's what I'm
Right
saying.
at the
If you
beginning
could-
of the
yeah,
movie,
you
and
probably should have.
What
talked
an
about
intro.
that.
yeah, you probably shouldn't talk about that on a live stream, right? Like, if you're someone who's easily offended, you know, like you can't watch that and enjoy it. So, oh, do you want to be a mod, Craven?
Sure.
I just
Sure,
saw
man.
that. How do I don't
What?
even know how to do that from StreamYard. We're gonna figure it out though.
You don't do it in StreamYard. You do it from YouTube. You have a YouTube window and you go to the live chat.
Heard
And
that.
then you can just go to anybody's name and there's the three dots on the far right side. And
Look
you
at
can
that.
just-
We're gonna loop some audio there real quick.
Boom,
All right.
shakalaka.
Boom
Boom
shakalaka.
shaka laka.
Add moderator. Bam.
Dang.
Creating something
there
scary
it
as a
is.
moderator.
I love it. Look
Ooh.
out. I have the power.
You have the power.
I do.
You just made a terrible life choice, Jake.
Everything that's like anti-stew now, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
banned immediately. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
If you're not on the stew train, you will be blocked. It's coming. No, I'm
Fair.
teasing. I'm teasing.
Carrie, you are a great mod, but Craven can help out at points. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, why not?
absolutely.
Why not? Carrie,
More the merrier.
Craven, no offense, but Carrie's my number one mod. No offense.
Hey, she's my number one mod too.
She's
So-
number one. She's number one. She
She's
was
on-
number one.
Yeah.
Am I the only? Okay, Zoe gets that reference. There we go.
I'm older Gen Z. I know.
He's older. Yeah, there we go. We're from the. We got the same wavelength
Hey,
going on.
we're
there.
OG.
age, age discrimination is not a good
I
look.
know.
So that's not a good look on
Identity
you.
theft
So
is not.
Something I was
Age-
talking about with
you
my
know-
buddies the
That
other
is not
day.
a joke, Jim.
I was talking about this with my buddies the other day about how, like, anyone from my generation, we can quote any line from SpongeBob, whether we watch that or not. Like, everyone gets it. Like, everyone. If you say some kind of SpongeBob reference, it's like, bam, we connect. You go to a party, you start talking about SpongeBob, bam, you're getting laid that night. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
oh wow.
I have kids, so I know
Man.
all about SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hip. Where are these ladies at?
You're hip. Jesus Christ. SpongeBob, awkward. I like SpongeBob, Eric. Boys, what's up? Bam, 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 bam. Like it's a banger. I watch the scream gets demonetized because I just did that. That'd be
I do
hilarious.
like the what is it? The split my pants song. I do like.
Yeah,
that.
rip
Oh,
my
yeah.
Yeah, rip
pants.
my pants. There you
The
go.
the Halloween episodes for SpongeBob are amazing.
Oh yeah,
the hash
the
slinging slasher and all
the
the
hash
SpongeBob
ringing,
things.
sash ringing. I love it. It's so good.
The only thing that I like, the only thing from SpongeBob I like have ever quoted in my life is, "How many times do I have to teach you, old man?" Like,
How many times do we gotta teach you this, old
I've
man?
actually
I love-
said that to people a couple times in my life.
Yeah.
I think that's great. But,
Dang.
That's
great.
great. That's Craven anytime he brings up Stu. We just gotta put
yeah,
that
how many times do I gotta teach you?
Hey, listen, man. You
How
know,
old am I? I am 30. I will be 31 in May. Next month, my birthday.
Oh, next month
Really?
we're gonna have to do
Representing
oh,
happy
Yeah.
birthday stream, bro.
Great Gemini.
You know,
I'll have to do-
Nice.
I don't
we
even
need
know.
to
I don't even
do
know what
that.
date my birthday is on. It's the 22nd, whatever date the 22nd is.
I'll tell you right now what it is, because I'm that good.
You know his birthday. Wow, I don't even
It's-
know his birthday.
It's on
Damn.
Sunday the 22nd.
See, there we go. We'll have to have a Sunday stream.
Heck yeah.
Sunday stream. There we go. It's perfect.
If we do it late at night, or actually, I might be able to available in the evening. We could talk about it offline. We should do one though.
Figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
This
you know
is
what we
my
should do?
this is
Okay.
my brother, real quick. Just want to say hi to Dr. Carrot. Thank you for showing
Oh,
up, Noah.
What's up?
What's up,
Go
Noah?
ahead.
But yes,
Hey, Noah was a star, one of the stars of Red Right Hand, the concept film.
Yes,
I
yes, he
remember
was,
that.
and
Yes,
he
he
will
was.
be also playing alongside me, the other killer in Red Right Hand, which is of course
Sweet.
that's going to get revealed to us, you know, in the first act. So it's going to be me and him as the killers, and you're going to see the whole thing from our perspective. So if you
I
guys
love it.
are pumped for that, maybe you guys supported the movie on Kickstarter, or maybe you're new here. I am making a Scream fan film, if you're unaware, and Fate Decided here and Zoe Crawford will have a 20-minute lovemaking scene in it. So there you go.
Ooh, man, and it's only like a 40-minute movie, so that's half the movie. No,
Half the movie, yeah,
That's
that's
half the
right in the middle. Dead set.
and wait till you see the director's cut. That is
Oh
man, that's where all the good
unrated
stuff is.
director's
money
cut.
shot.
Unedited, just
It gets saucy.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
literally.
No, literally, we're in
Yeah.
a pool of sauce.
We're yeah,
Oh.
like McDonald's sweet and sour sauce,
Yeah,
right?
oh.
great.
Rolling around in that.
Yeah.
Buffalo sauce. I'd pay to see that. Some hot
Buffalo-
buffalo
oh.
sauce, like blazing
Dude.
sauce, just rubbing all over.
Oh, man.
Dude, if you
Bro,
could,
that
Well,
would
do you know I do
suck.
that every Friday night for kicks?
Just to feel something again.
Yeah.
oh dang,
You guys ever snort lines of McDonald's Sprite? Oh man, that was good.
oh,
that,
man.
that shit's spicy, man.
Oh yeah.
What is that? What is the one chip challenge? No,
Oh, the Pocky chip.
I grounded
Yep.
that up to dust and just
Just
Oh yeah.
take
I'm
it
not
out.
yeah.
touching that for $1 million
I was like,
dollars.
let's
I'm-
go.
So Eric has a great question here. What's the runtime? We're thinking it's going to be an hour, probably like a little over an hour is what we're thinking for the runtime. I'm not 100% sure. Like it's kind of hard to gauge based off the script. So I don't know. I'm if I had to guess, an hour is 60 minutes, a little over that.
Nice.
Sure.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
I do want to pitch this to you guys if you guys are interested in joining me for the stream next week potentially. Craven, I'm thinking my Wednesday stream if you're free then. Maybe we do
okay.
our stew debates. But then I'm also thinking for my Friday live stream, I'm gonna do first the super chats when they roll in. Whoever puts in like if every time you put in a $5 super chat, we'll do like some kind of hot sauce thing. Like I'll dip some chicken nuggets in like the spiciest sauce I can find and send it. I don't know if you guys don't. You guys don't have to participate, but if you want to egg me on, I'm gonna go for it. I think
I'm a
next
man.
Friday.
I'll do that.
Oh, okay, all right.
Woo!
I will
Let's
be
go.
your cheering section.
I love hot sauce, man. We're good to
I'm
go.
a wimp with that stuff, man.
Yeah, I am too, but I think it'll be funny to see my face get all
Aren't you
red.
from
so.
Texas, Craven?
Well, now, I like things spicy, but there's a difference.
Ah.
But you know what? When you start making stuff hot just to be hot, where it's not about the flavor, that's where I draw the line. And the
Pain.
stuff we're talking about here, they don't do it for the flavor; it's for the heat, just to
Yeah.
be hot.
Like a Carolina, like, dude, you ever eat a Carolina Reaper, man? That's insane. That's like it's like the equivalent of giving birth, is what I've heard. Pain wise, but in your
Dang.
mouth.
We should do what Eric says. We should do a hot one horror challenge. Like,
Ooh.
where we just like talk about horror movies and like like just do a hot one. So we'll have to like set something up. That'd be hilarious.
Okay, Craven, here we go. Since you're not a fan of the spicy stuff, what if you prepare some questions for us, some horror
Okay.
trivia, and if we get it wrong, we have to do it. But
Now
also
you're
on
talking.
On top of that, though, every time we get like a $5 super chat, let's say, we also have to. Everyone has to do one, no matter what. So no matter what, even if you're a horror aficionado, you come to the stream freaking ready. Maybe you cheated and you texted Craven, be like, "Hey, I'll give you $20. Just give me all the answers to the questions tonight, so I don't have to eat anything spicy." You still are gonna have to participate in the spicy stuff, everybody. So that could be fun. I don't know if you
I
guys.
will lose,
could be.
'cause I'm terrible with horror trivia, but I still want to participate. Any excuse to
Hell
eat
yeah.
wings, I'll do
I'll
it.
tell you what, man.
Gary.
I think it sounds fun, Jake. And let's talk about it maybe offline this weekend.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
I
That's
want to
perfect.
talk more in detail with you about it. But I think it's
Of
a great
course,
idea.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it next Friday. You know, it can be whenever. If you guys
No, but I
are
want to do
digging
it.
that,
We should do it.
yeah, absolutely. If you guys are digging that in the chat, if you guys want to see us absolutely like destroy our mouths, leave us something about that in the comments. If you know what I'm saying.
If somebody gave me $100, I would drink some Carolina Reaper sauce. Adam,
Oh.
if you sent me $100, I would do that for $100.
Oh.
I'd probably regret it after, but I did.
Oh.
I'm not gonna drink like a whole bottle or nothing because I'm not trying to have an aneurysm.
I do a
To the
shot.
hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
oh, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
have an
honestly.
ulcer or something. But yeah, I would. I could definitely. I'd definitely take like a swig or something. You know,
Like
Freaking
just a
AIDS.
swig, just a
do
little.
the last dab on my tongue or something like.
When
Yeah.
when you guys think we're gonna get a trailer for Ends? Because there's CinemaCon coming up, right?
That's next week.
Yeah,
That's next
Could
week.
be
I
a
was just gonna say
teaser.
$100.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I kind of think we don't get a full length trailer until like June because that's what how they've done it marketing wise for the last two films. But we could get a teaser at CinemaCon. I wouldn't be surprised, or something, just some kind of like, hey,
15-second shot of
Yeah.
Michael's mask or something.
sure. That could be great. The mask
Yeah.
reveal because we don't know what the
Yeah.
mask is gonna look like in this film.
Exactly. It could be all just like dirty and like his skull is like protruding or something. That'd
Well,
be cool.
listen, if David Gordon Green's been shoving it under his bed for a year in between filming, there's no telling what condition he'll be in.
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing from Halloween 2. Like it's just the
Exactly.
same
It's the
mask
same
that
thing.
he smoked a lot of cigarettes every single day.
You got to think about just Michael's condition though, because I don't know how he heals like that. So he has a lot of like scars, so he could just be like really like pussy and just like super infected. Like
That could be gross, man. That could
Yeah.
be real gross.
You
I'd be
know?
down to see that. Like that'd be sick. Are we? So here's something I want to throw around the round table real quick. Are we okay with Michael having a deteriorated mask? Because is that too close to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 mask?
there's
So-
a limit, man. You gotta, like, because
Gotta
Rob
do it
Zombie's
right.
went a little bit too far. If you find that sweet spot, I think you could do it.
just a couple holes in
Yeah.
different places. Does there's also the theory online, and I'll let you guys just go nuts. Whoever wants to start. There's also this theory online that maybe Michael Myers gets a new mask that's similar to the old one, and like it gets rid of the burn stuff, so we don't have like almost the exact same mask as the last movie. Could that be the case? Could maybe like Michael stumble across some trick or treaters who happen to have like the Ben Tramer mask, for instance, like
God,
maybe
no.
a reference like that. But Michael Myers is blonde in this movie. That sucks. But what do you guys think? I don't know.
So it would technically be the flashback mask, because I know that's different from the original '78 mask. So it would be like that one, pretty much, just like clean.
Yeah, sure, like a fresh start essentially with his mask.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind it, but I think the Kills mask is pretty awesome. So I would kind of hate to see that go.
I also love it. I think it's great. But what do you guys think? Fate, Craven, whoever wants to throw it out there.
So I mean, this kind of ties into the 4-year thing, right? Like, is that mask gonna hold up in its condition after 4 years?
After
I mean,
being
especially
burnt
if,
too. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if he's like in like a cave eating rats, like Jake wants to see. Like
Fingers covered, Mike.
Fingers crossed.
I think yeah. So I mean, you almost have to have a different. What if Michael wore not like it took like what happens if we had like a sequence in the film where he's wearing like a burlesque sack or something, until he finds the actual mask, a new mask. Like
It's like
would
a
that be
Friday
okay?
Part 2.
Yeah, kind of where
Yeah.
like just until he actually finds the mask or something just to cover his face, because I mean because that's the
Maybe.
thing. I would like to see the burnt mask. I mean, because it sticks with the continuity of the film. So like I would rather if they can make that work, I'd rather them just go that route than try to incorporate other masks. But I mean, it begs the question of like, is that mask going to be able to hold up?
Or maybe the bandage mask from 4. You know how it's all
Yeah.
like wrapped
Ooh.
up. Yeah, because we see Michael wrapping up his hand, so we could wrap his face up and kind of clean himself off a little bit.
Could be
So,
a
like,
good reference.
That'd be cool.
I can
Well,
see it.
also, I mean, who knows in 4 years, if he resurfaced and got a new mask at some point. Maybe he's the shape, right? So he could have appeared and gotten a mask somewhere, and maybe. But I do want to see him start with that Kills mask. I'd love to see him like have it there, and then he gets a new one. That's kind of the route I wish for. Jake, you and I talked about it once, how maybe there's some trick-or-treaters. You know, he's a cave dweller, right? It's the working title. So maybe he's like down somewhere, and these kids are going trick-or-treating, and they're talking about the boogeyman lives in the caves. And it's like the thing they're all talking about around Haddonfield. Well, like he shows up, and he grabs one of them and yanks the mask off of him or something.
Yeah.
And then he's got that was what I personally would like to see. I want to see a clean mask, fresh, for the final film.
It would almost be like symbolic, you know what I mean? Like symbolic of like his it's almost like his and I hate to use this word when it comes to Halloween films, but it could be like his resurrection.
Yeah, it's true, man.
In a way. You can't say that word when it comes to Halloween films, but no, I'm just kidding. Totally
reborn, his rebirth.
He's rebirth. There we go. His rebirth.
Yeah.
There we go.
Guys, listen, Jake, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to dip out, man. But I've had
it's all good, dude.
An amazing time. And Fate, I know you're relieved that I'm going to be gone now. Bash Stu the rest of the stream. But
that's what we're going to do, yeah.
I know you are. It's okay. It's all right. No, I know. One of these days, I'm going to do something like this, or I'm going to host it. I'm going to have you guys come join all three of you on my channel, and we'll just have a banging party over there. This was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun, man. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
Any opportunity I have to talk shit on your channel about Stu,
oh gosh, the Cravenites are gonna come unglued, man.
It's all right. I'll take y'all on.
It'll be a good time. All right, guys.
I'm like Michael in Kills.
Oh my God. Oh,
that's
here we go.
Terrible. All right, gentlemen, have a great night and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for coming by, man. Peace.
Thanks. You bet. Peace. See ya.
Awesome.
All right, now the stream can start.
Now we can start shit talking him. No, I'm just kidding.
So Craven,
Noah says that Halloween Resurrection is the best of the series.
I agree.
You and Zoe agree.
Yeah.
Start there. It's the only movie you need to watch.
Luckily, I'm
only
not
movie.
Zoe for his opinion of film. So I was going to say for another reason, but.
So, what do you guys think about
Zoe is definitely coming hard, all right.
Oh yeah.
Yes, in the comments, Zoe is definitely coming hard. He is. He is.
I forgot what I was even gonna say.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, oh my God.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, what do you guys think if Halloweenians had a? I've heard this theory floating around through other channels too, having a Scream-like opening, just having Michael Myers like attack maybe a young woman in her house, to kind of open up the movie and kind of state that Myers is back after this 4-year hiatus. How would you guys think about that? I think that'd be cool.
Ooh, Fate, I'll let you go first because I got some thoughts. Got some thoughts about that.
So if he comes back for your hiatus, sorry, you broke up a little bit on my end before you said hiatus.
Okay, so yeah, we have like a Scream-like opening with Michael Myers where he attacks just like one victim in their house and has like a Scream-like opening essentially. Just
okay.
Like,
so I didn't really miss anything. Okay,
yeah,
because it like went fuzzy, but yeah, I mean, I would like an open. So you're talking like how Scream has like the opening kill type scene.
Yes,
something like that. Yeah, I would be all for that. Like especially like because you have to establish Michael early. You would think, right?
That's
so I think that would be a cool way. You know, like let's say he is like in a cave or something like that. Imagine some hiker or something is running along like on a path or something, and Michael's like, you know, trying to hunt some food or something, some kill, and they just cross paths. Like, you know, you could go that route. Like that would be kind of cool. Like I wouldn't mind something like that at all. Like have like some establishment of like, here's Michael, you know, and like that, like something like that would establish a lot because you'd establish where he's been. You'd establish like that he's still killing people for the sake of killing people. I would love it.
Yeah.
I
what
could
do you think, Jake?
That's so really interesting idea. Like really interesting way to bring him back and just get right back to the action, right? But I will admit there's a part of me that kind of wants to see like maybe if they start it that way, you could have Michael like be dormant kind of for like the exposition. I kind of want to see what's been going on with Laurie and like the rest of our characters for the past 4 years. That's going to be something really important with this film. So if we started off with Michael Myers, my only problem would it draw too much of the attention away? Like, should we have an opening kill and then like spend the next 20 minutes with our characters, like catching up with them, like figuring out what's been going on for the past 4 years? That could work. I could see that happening. What is the opening kill though? Is it break? Like, am I down for? Are you asking me if it's going to be like him breaking into someone's house and killing them?
I think that would be cool
Essentially?
just to kind of bring it back to the stalker aspect. Because, like, I feel like Michael needs his fix. He wouldn't be out for 4 years without killing anyone. And he is primarily he has a type. He goes for babysitters that kind of look like his sister. Maybe he's
Yeah.
stalking a young woman and he's just like, you see shots of him just in the background. You guys seen, have you guys seen The Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the intro with the Riddler, like how he's just standing in someone's house, just being real creepy, just looking through windows and shit. Like I think that'd be really cool. You can establish great atmosphere, just creepy tension with a scene like that.
Did you hear about the Easter egg real quick in that? The Easter egg was confirmed with the Riddler.
Which one? There's
How the Riddler was in the window in the distance, in one of the beginning scenes, and like it's hard. It's like you have to like really look out for it. But there was a scene a lot of people caught it and were like, "Is that the Riddler like stalking?"
Oh, he's
still?
creeping. Yeah,
and it turns out that it was like that was actually
yes. Honestly, something like that in Halloween would be cool. Like just having Michael, just you catch it later on, maybe after a rewatch. Like, oh shit, he's in the corner right there or across the street or something. I think that'd be cool.
They kind of do that, and this is a horrible movie to pull from. But have you ever seen the Slender Man movie?
Yeah.
They do that.
I've avoided it.
Fair enough. The one thing I do really like about that movie is the fact that like in random shots in the background, you'll just see Slender Man there, and it's like, oh, that's really creepy. That's really well done. But
that'd be interesting with Michael because it's really his core of his character. In that original, he's just standing around for most of the movie.
Like the bush and all that, and then he walks behind it and disappears. Like, I want some more of that in this next one. I need the stalking element instead of just the straight up kills.
Like, I think obviously Halloween 78 is a different time and a different movie. We're at a different place in movies right now where it's kind of hard for an audience to just watch a movie where a killer just stands around. But I think that's creepy. I think going back to his roots would serve that movie well.
I totally agree. I think it makes the killing aspect of it way scarier in the third act of that movie. Like to have him be creeping around this whole time, and then it's like, oh, now he's finally strikes. You've had this warning of this threat the entire time, and it's building suspense. It's really it is. It's the foreplay, and this is gross, but like the climax is the actual kill. That's why it works. I mean, I hate to say it, but P.S. Stu lives. Bring back Stu. Get on the Stu train. I only read that because of the super chat, Craven. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just playing around. Thank you, Craven. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining the live stream too, man. I greatly appreciate it.
I can't find. So I'm trying to find this movie. I can't remember the name of it. It was on Amazon, but it was like a Slender Man movie before the Slender Man movie came out, and it was actually way better in my opinion. I'm trying to remember the actor's name. He's not like a big actor, but it's somebody like you'd recognize. But it was basically like the premise was like they're filming this project, like this film, and like it's like a group or whatever, and so like they stumble across like one of the houses that they're doing like this documentary style on has a bunch of these tapes, and they find the tapes, and then the editor guy is like reviewing the tapes, and he sees like the Slender Man type thing like in the background, and like it just keeps building. I thought it was way better than the Slender Man movie. I was like, why didn't they just make that the Slender Man movie? Always watching. Thank you, David. I'm pretty sure that's the name
Always
of the movie.
watching. All right.
It's on Amazon.
It was a while ago. I've seen the movie a couple times. Yes, that's it. Always watching. Yes, thank you so much. It was driving me crazy. I was trying to find that. I thought that movie was way better than the Slender Man movie that we got.
I'm writing it down.
Yes, writing it down. I thought it was really well done. And Jake, you'll love it because it's the found footage style movie.
Yeah.
So it is. It's like your typical found footage style movie. But yeah, basically it's about they're doing this film. They find these tapes, and the editor notices a bunch of stuff, and chaos ensues, and it's pretty cool. The ending I thought was great. Everything
sick.
Was it a perfect film? Absolutely not. But I thought like if you're comparing Slender Man movie and that Always Watching, I thought Always Watching was way better.
We need that. We need a good Slender Man. I feel like it's such a scary thing to
Have you guys ever played the game, the Slender Man game? I had so much fun playing that game as a kid. That game's fucking very scary in the dark.
That and Five Nights at Freddy's were like the two early video games.
We'll never get the FNAF movie probably.
Fingers crossed, man. I hope maybe. Did you? Okay, Eric, I'm getting to your comment, but real quickly, speaking of Blumhouse, did you see what Jason Blum tweeted out yesterday? Or was it today? I can't remember. Today or yesterday. So he tweets out something about how he's getting the party started or something. And that might be a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. I don't know. I don't know. And a lot of people are speculating
now or never, man. It's just at this
I know.
point.
Like, dude, they've been trying to make this movie since 2014, like since the game came out. And it's still not here, you know?
Well, we kind of got one of those movies with Nicolas Cage, right?
Oh, yeah.
Willy's Wonderland, yeah.
Willy's Wonderland. I actually kind of enjoyed that movie. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was entertaining.
Dude, Nicolas Cage is the reason I love that film so much, though. I mean, he didn't say a single word, and he's hilarious. It's fantastic.
Which is weird, Nicolas Cage, because you would think you would hire him for him to be Nick Cage, but he's not really Nick Cage. He's kind of just silent in most movies, like you said.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, have you guys seen the recent interview he did or whatever? And they were asking him about stuff like, you know, like how do you family compared to films and stuff, and he was like, it's never a question. My family always comes first. And they were like examples or whatever. And he was like, I could have been a star in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? One of the other big like trilogies, Matrix. That's what it was. He was like, I got big parts in the Matrix and Lord of the Rings, but I didn't want to go to New Zealand and film for 3 years, so I turned it down. Like that. That's somebody that like. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, so he was.
And
like,
he also has
awesome.
He has money, so he doesn't need to like. Do
but he blows through his money like crazy. He bought like a $50 million.
That's why he does all those movies, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole premise of like the Nicolas Cage movie that's coming out, right?
Yeah.
The whole trailer talks about like how he's broke and.
Yeah.
That's why he does. I'm so pumped. Yeah. I'm seeing it Sunday, dude. I'm so excited. So Eric asks, how do we feel about Sinister and Sinister 2? And Zoe, I'll let you start this one off.
I've never seen Sinister.
Wow.
What? Never seen Sinister? You never seen the Sinister movies, dude?
Very welcome.
I know, right?
Kick him off the street. No, I'm just totally kidding. Fate, have you seen the Sinister movies?
No, I actually haven't.
Oh God! Well, both of you guys are gone. No, I'm totally kidding.
Of course I've seen them.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that just haven't gotten around to, man.
You know, Sinister was voted.
It's really good. I really like it.
Time.
Which has since been dethroned by Host.
But yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, which is crazy.
I missed what you said. You said it was voted what?
Sinister was voted a couple years back. They did like a poll based on like 5 criterias or something, and Sinister, and they even like tested people on like
heart rates
and stuff.
Yeah,
and Sinister is it's considered the scariest movie of all time.
Scientifically, it scientifically is the movie that will make your heart beat the fastest out of
I would love to go back to The Exorcist and put those things on those people seeing it for the first time in the theater.
Oh yeah,
God!
Listen, I would kill. That is the one movie. You know how they're like, okay, you can see any movie on opening night again. What would it be? It would be The Exorcist for me. I would kill to be in that theater in 1973, man, with all the people throwing up and shit. That's what I would want to watch. Not even the movie, just everyone going crazy to that film.
Imagine if YouTube was around then. Oh my God. Yeah. Right out of the theater reaction, people just passing out.
Like, right. I threw up because it was scary. Like I ran out of the theater, I couldn't take it. Like that would be crazy. But actually, so I think this is a good point of conversation. Blucka yesterday, when I was doing my live stream, he asked me, do I ever think that we can get back to like truly scary films, essentially? And I said no. Because I think we are so far removed from that time. Like, because think of like all the like truly terrifying films throughout time. It was all in specific times before we got to like the point we're at now. So like The Exorcist, like there was nothing like that ever. Like that was terrifying. The Blair Witch Project was in a time when like there was no social media. Like, so you could throw on a found footage or true story and people believed it because they didn't know otherwise. Where now we see based on a true story, we know it's very loose, right?
Yes.
And so I said like throughout time, like the expectations and what we think about scary films, it's I just don't think we can truly get back to that. Of course, there's scary moments. There are moments that make us jump, whatever. But like a truly terrifying, like start to finish film, I don't think we'll ever be able to do that again. I don't think we'll ever be able to replicate that because we just like people that watch horror movies, like, you have an understanding, like, and the lack of creativity, I think, plays into it. A lot of things, like we see a movie and we know what's going to happen. They might do a couple things to switch it up, but ultimately we're still going to get that big payoff of the jump scare or whatever. And that's kind of what we've gone to. So I was saying, like, from the 70s to like maybe like the early 2000s, I don't think we'll ever get back to that point of like just truly terrifying films. What do you guys think?
Zoe, I'll let you go first because I got some thoughts on that.
Ooh, okay.
He's got a hot take.
I think the 70s was like that golden age of really crazy horror because like you have The Exorcist, and before Blair Witch Project, you really had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There was a lot of debates saying, is this based on a true story? Is this real? It has that documentary style feel. It's not handheld style, but it feels like this could happen in Texas somewhere. And also, what you're proposing is very subjective because what I find scary might not be scary to you. So it's not really an answer I can like be definitive on because it depends on who you are as a person and what your definition of scary is. So,
well, of course, there's going to be real quick just to add on what you're saying. Like, of course, there's like I said, there's going to be scary moments. There's going to be things that scare you. But I'm talking about like generalized, like The Exorcist. Like everybody that saw that, no matter what, was terrified of that movie. Like, you go into a film and yes, the film might scare you, but you have a perspective about it. You have an understanding.
That's like a movie that's universally like praised as a scary ass movie.
There have been tons of those movies throughout history, but they were all in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even like the early 2000s, like Paranormal Activity, like when that first came out. Like people really question if that was real. They did it on the shoestring budget. I think they only had like 10 grand or whatever to work with, or 30 grand, something like that. Did it on a shoestring budget. People really believed it. Like I said, the Blair Witch. I mean, the Blair Witch's marketing was incredible. They made an entire documentary based on the reality. They made real missing posters. They made an entire website diving into that. I don't think we can ever get back to that. Yes, of course, scary is based on the interpretation of the individual person. But like generalized, like this movie is true. Like the way we like films that changed horror, I don't think we'll ever get to again. Like Scream changed horror, Exorcist changed horror, like all those things. Like I don't think we'll ever be able to recreate that.
So, okay, my take on all this though is you're talking about films like The Blair Witch Project and The Exorcist, and both those films are scary due to things that were sensitive topics at the time. The Exorcist was so appalling to people because it was so like anti-religion, and that was something at the time that was taken way more seriously than I would say it is today in the modern day. Like widely believed. Like I feel like widely now religion is not as big as it was in the 70s, and that's why that movie was so controversial at the time. Now I think it has aged well, although most people would disagree. I think honestly the scariest part about it to me is seeing the character of Reagan turn from this like super nice innocent little girl into this absolute monstrosity of a character. That's why for me it's aged very well. Some people disagree. Once again, like you were saying, something being scary is subjective. But I also feel the same way about the Blair Witch Project. That's something that came out in the wake of social media, like in the very, very early stages of what social media would become. And you could manipulate it. You could convince people to believe a certain thing. Nowadays, 20, 25 years later, we know that like if you see this is based on a true story, it may or may not be true. You never know. So to me, I feel like there's always going to be something brand new that it could scare us because it's new. And we can always play off of that. And we're going to have horror movies that do that. We have horror movies today that play off of a lot of social commentary things that are scary to some people. Like for me, but that, okay, and that's the end of that part of the tirade. But what's so scary to me about some modern films is they play off of things that have always been scary for a very long time. Those are the movies that we can, because there's not a whole lot of new aspects of life that are super terrifying. We've had a few films that comment on the virus that just went around everywhere, and those were scary. Host being the best example, I think. I loved Host. Host was a commentary on the pandemic that we just had, and it's a terrifying film. That's one of the latest ones to really scare me. You got 15 minutes though. That's all good. Leave whenever you got to go, man. Don't. If I'm being long-winded here, tell me to shut the fuck up and you can go.
I was giving you a heads up.
It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. But what I was gonna say is like I feel like there are gonna be always things that scare us. The end of the world being one. And in Hereditary, for example, one of my favorite horror movies of all time, it's something that plays off of family fears, like things that scare us from within. Cults is always those are always going to be a thing, unfortunately. That's always going to be something that could scare us, and it's very realistic while at the same time playing into some very supernatural things. I love that about the film. It's one of my favorites of all time because of that. It mixes like reality with the supernatural together in a fantastical way that really fucks with your head. And that was one of those movies that I couldn't sleep after watching it. I was an adult watching that film, and I'm just like, I kept looking at all the corners of my room thinking Toni Collette was going to jump down and bite my neck out, dude. I mean, holy shit. I was like, God damn. But I think there will always be a way to scare people, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And there will always be filmmakers who can put their finger right on that pulse of society and be like, this is what's going to scare this generation. But it's going to continuously change. You can't put out a movie like The Exorcist nowadays where that's focused on religion to scare people, because you're not going to hit that wide variety of an audience. You have to find what scares people in the modern age and focus on that with your horror movie. If your goal of your horror movie is to ultimately scare people.
Yeah, but would it have the same impact? Because of course, like Zoe was saying, like everyone has their interpretation of scary, right? So like there's movies that even we might think is terrible that somebody found terrifying, because it's all just perception. It's how we take it in. But to have the impact that an Exorcist, a Blair Witch Project, even Scream, things like that like culturally changed everything, like that made us question, that made us concerned, like not just in an individual scale, but I'm talking mass scale. I don't know if that can ever happen again. Of course, there's always going to be films that tap into, societal moments and things like that, like commentaries and stuff. And yes, they might be widely considered, pretty just disturbing or whatever the case may be. But like, I don't know if we'll ever have that same impact. I mean, like there are films throughout history that have like had some resounding impacts. I mean, like, I don't think we're going to get a film where people are puking and running out of the theater from fright. I mean, you maybe a couple, just because, people, there's different levels of like sensitivity and stuff. I mean, things like Hostel, like that wasn't like terrifying, but people were running out and puking because, of the graphic style of kills and stuff. But I mean, like I said, like we had some films that were just hugely impactful throughout history that I don't think we'll ever be able to replicate, because most of society is more tapped in. Social media plays a big role, things like that, like to where you don't have that effect. Like, things like the Blair Witch Project stuff. You didn't have a bunch of people on social media saying like, oh, this is just like, it's not real. Like, come on, like, so you just like, you heard it's real. Your friend told you it was real. They marketed it as it was real. So everyone just thought it was real, like for years it thought it was real. I mean, I've mentioned that it was fake to people to this day I've known that were like, wait, that movie was fake. I thought the whole point of the movie was that. And I'm like, no, it was a movie. They just marketed it, because that's just how well they marketed it in a time where we didn't have today's marketing.
I mean, I'm not going to try and say that like the response to Hereditary was anywhere near the same as The Exorcist, because it wasn't. But I will say there was a lot of folks that considered it like the modern day Exorcist. They considered it something that was way scarier than they thought it was going to be, myself included. I went to it on a whim. I was just like, I'm bored. I want to do something. Let's go see this movie. And it left me speechless. I was like, I've never seen something like this in my life. For me, it was that. I don't think it was that for everybody else. It wasn't that like for every single human being out there. I've talked to a lot of people who hate the ending. They're like, the ending to Hereditary ruined the whole thing. I don't agree with that. I think the whole movie is building up to that ending. That's just how I feel about it. But for me, it was that life-changing kind of horror movie where I was like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. That scared the fuck out of me. So I think it's possible. I'm going to say that. It's definitely not easy to do with it being done so many times before in the past, but it can happen. I think it can happen. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I do agree with you, Faith, that it's not going to be easy. Not going to be anywhere near as easy as how it was back in the 70s.
The only thing I could really see is like VR. Like, I think that's going to change. Like, like if you watch, like, say, like imagine watching like Hereditary or whatever, and you're actually in the room during the ceremony.
Because then you're involved. You're not watching it. You're a part of it.
That I think is going to be the next, like, if we were ever to get back to that, that's what it'll be. It'll be VR, like where you're actually in the film, like The Exorcist is happening, and you're at the stairs as
Yeah,
Reagan
she's
is running
puking
down
on
the
you.
stairs. Yeah, like stuff like that. Like, you know, like the jump scares aren't like you're sitting back watching on the screen. It's right here. And
Yeah.
it feels like you can feel the breath. You can feel like that, I think, is once we get to that point, that's when I think that's gonna be like truly terrifying. You know, because I mean, like we kind of see it now with like video games and stuff, like some of the VR
Horror
things, like,
video
people
game, dude. I can't even
losing-
play horror video games. They're so scary.
Yeah, Resident Evil just gets insane.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I played Resident Evil 7, man. I didn't even do that on
I
VR,
also-
and I'm like terrified.
Yeah, man, it's real
Yeah.
deal.
Imagine like, you know, you're the main character, like, you know, or even like films. I could even see movies that are like video games where you're the main character going through the film. And like everything you're
Yeah,
seeing
you make
is
decisions.
yeah,
and you
from the
try
perspective-
like
there.
Until Dawn, but like VR.
Yeah.
That could be
Yes,
really
like,
cool, man.
Imagine the
awesome.
endless possibilities that you could do with film thanks to VR and stuff. Like each of us
Yeah.
could have a different experience of a movie because we're
Interesting,
all,
interesting.
you know what I mean? Like you could have, you know, if
Yeah.
you're like, you know, if you're a female, you can, you know, put in female, you know, whatever, 27, you know, tan skin, blue eyes, whatever, you know, make your attributes. And now you're in the movie. But for me, you know, male, 31, da 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 da. And it's just a different, like interactions are different. Everything is different. You know, like I just think that like you could change movies and horror and everything to just, I think that's the only way that I see them really truly bringing back like that terrifying, like, wow, like this is an experience type thing. But you know, even that eventually, you know, is gonna get stale.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's just
So-
you know once you get used to it.
Right, right. So we have a super chat. Thank you. I shot him 6 times, saying, "Sorry, I'm." Where's
need
I
Knight.
know we need Knight for that. He does it way better. Sorry, I'm late. Just getting off work. It's all good. Thanks for stopping by. I want to show some love and ask: do you see Blumhouse remaking Season of the Witch if Mike dies in the end? Now, Zoe, I know you got to go, and I know we kind of already talked about this earlier, but you obviously would like to see that.
Yeah.
What would you what is there anything they could do differently with a Season of the Witch remake that you would like to see potentially? Or maybe even a cast, like anything you want to talk
Ooh,
about
a
with that.
cast? Oh
Yeah.
man, I can't really think of any like big cast members on the top of my head, but it doesn't really need a whole bunch of fine tuning. It's essentially just kind of a basic story, but it can just be more of a fun movie. It doesn't have to be. It can kind of blend the lines of being serious and also being kind of a fun, almost like a Disney style of horror movie. You know, I think they could find a nice balance between the two. I don't know if Blumhouse would be interested in doing something like that. But as far as cast, man, I don't know. I don't know who would you cast, man?
That'd be really tough. Like
Yeah.
in the Tom Atkins role, who do you
Yeah,
cast as
exactly,
your leading
man.
character?
Nick
that would-
Cage.
Nick Cage. Oh my God, yes. No, like
Right?
actually, I would
Yeah.
love to see that. I would love to see Nick Cage in the
Oh
leading
my god.
role.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Take off the mask.
Yes.
What are
oh,
you doing? Why are you wearing that?
Have you guys ever seen the Wicker Man remake with him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes from that's so like I love the bees. You know, the bees thing is a great, hilarious deleted scene. But one of my favorite things is he picks up like this little girl and he just looks at her in the face and he's just like, "Don't be frightened." And like, dude, I mean, it makes me lose my shit every time I see it. I'm like, what? Why would you do that? Nicolas Cage, you're crazy. I love it. But Fate, how do you feel about that? You want Blumhouse to remake Season of the Witch and not
wouldn't
call
mind.
it Halloween?
I wouldn't mind it at all. First off, I want Nicolas Cage to be like my cool uncle. Like that'd be so cool. Imagine having Nicolas Cage as like your uncle. Like,
Oh
that
my
would be
God.
fantastic. But stick of that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. I mean, the cast, yeah, of course. But I mean, that's always the big thing.
Bye, Jordan.
See you later, Jordan. That's always the big thing, right? With I mean, any films, you know, like especially when you remake and stuff, it's like, oh, who's gonna play this? Who's gonna play that? But ultimately, yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a couple times, even on the collective, like how we feel about, you know, Season of the Witch. I do think that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind what they always wanted to do, how they wanted to expand on Season of the Witch and make it like this anthology thing. Like that would be great. Like start off with that and just keep it going.
we got some
house is
beeping.
burning down.
Yeah, is everything okay? So, Fate, you're burning the food.
Fate's
Fate,
down there cooking, so he's burning the food, man.
I
Fate, you're
didn't
burning.
turn off the stove.
Oh, dude, no.
Zoe's just sitting here being a trooper, and all his walls are just like that.
There's just smoke coming in. I'd be like, Zoe,
He's
take
just like,
it.
"I'm
Listen,
fine."
dude, I appreciate the commitment, but take care of that, dog.
He's like, it's fine.
You're good, man. Just
What's
my
the
girlfriend's
meme?
down there cooking, so just
What's the meme with the where he's sitting in the fire and he's like, everything's okay?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like the dog. He's like,
Yeah, the
everything's
dog,
fine.
yeah.
everything's just burning around me.
Yeah, it's like, oh. That'd be great.
Well, shit, man. I don't want to keep you any longer. If you got your girlfriend cooking food for you, my God, that's awesome. So
Yeah. I just want to ask one last question. So we were talking
Yeah.
about, movies that are just universally accepted as being the scariest movie ever. But what was the first movie for you guys that scared the shit out of you? That you were like, oh, okay, I really like horror films, and I'm like terrified. Like either if you're a kid or an adult, like whatever time period it was. Like, what's the one movie where you're like, holy shit?
Oh,
Jake's was
man.
Hereditary.
Well, okay, that's one that scared me later in life. I'll be honest. Like the one that when I was a kid, me and my like middle school girlfriend had like her mom drop us off at when I was in middle school, of course. And this is
Yeah.
like 2010,
Last
2009. No. So like I remember her mom like dropped us off to go see this little film called Insidious, and I was just thinking, okay, whatever, we're gonna go see a horror movie. I've seen plenty of horror movies before. I think we were even talking about it beforehand. We had both just turned 13, and we're like, oh, we can go see PG-13 movies. This is awesome. And I just remember being petrified. Like, dude, the moment that red-faced demon just jumps out from behind Patrick Wilson, oh my God! I mean, I lost my. I knew from that moment I was like, I love horror movies. I saw every single Insidious film opening night from that day forward. Like I have not missed one. I saw every single one in the theaters. I was like, this is amazing. I fucking love this. So yeah, that was the one that really terrified me at first. But Fate, I think we've talked about this briefly before.
Yeah. That was also the night that his girlfriend broke up with him because she was like, look at this fucking win.
Basically, yeah. Rebecca, if you're out there, yeah.
God damn you,
He's
Rebecca.
watching right now like this guy. He's still the same. He's still
the same. Still a dork talking about horror movies.
But hey, Rebecca, how are you? No, but yeah. So my problem was like we did briefly talk about this, and I said the issue was like I was watching horror movies young, like because like I said, my parents didn't really care. So like I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street stuff like that at like 4 or 5.
Oh, nice.
The one that comes to mind as far as like films that scared me at a younger age, because once I got to like 12, 13, like I was pretty much like I was expert level. I had my expert level card and stuff. So, but like I want to say it was like Stepfather. Have you ever seen the Stepfather film?
The remake or the original?
I think it would have been the original because this would have
Okay.
been like 97, something like that, 98, something like that. And that was just because like I had a stepdad and it hit very personal to home because of like the way things were in my life at that time. And like I was just like
It's home.
like yeah, I was like
It's home.
at like 7, 8 years old or whatever the case may be. So like that probably was one that came to mind. Another one would probably have been like I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, the second one. Okay.
Yeah, because that was like
That
was
one?
like- yeah, because at like 7 years old, and you're watching it in theaters, like that's
Jack
scary.
Black is horrifying.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. No, I'm just-
Yeah, I mean now it's silly and ridiculous, but like
I
at,
get
like like I said, at like because it came out in 98, right? 97. So I was like
Yeah.
6. I was like 6 or 7 years old when that
Okay.
movie came out. And it was like my first like real horror movie, like seeing it on the big screen. It's like the sound, the imagery, like everything is all a part of that. Because the first movie I saw before that would have been close to like I guess horror, but it's not really horror; it's more sci-fi. Was Starship Troopers? Like I saw Starship.
I
Troopers
love
in
Starship
theater.
Troopers.
I love that movie
man.
too. I actually watched it the other day because it's on HBO Max, and we were
Nice.
talking about it. You and me were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this." But yeah, so I want to say it was probably The Stepfather, and maybe like I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, because like I said, I was a kid. I saw it in theaters. Like it was scary, like for a 6-year-old to watch on a big
Yeah.
giant screen. It wasn't like
see
scary
it,
in the
yeah.
sense of like it wasn't scary in the sense of like like The Exorcist, or something like that at that age. But like, like there's moments where like I genuinely was like, oh, like like hiding behind my, my dad and stuff like that, as a kid,
Yeah.
But like now it's like I can watch that and I still do the same thing. So it's great.
Juliana says the Babadook as well. That's another one that's really scary. I really
The Babadook.
that one scared me. I really liked that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so if I'm keeping you though, man, I don't want to keep you any longer than you got to be. You know what I mean? You got the girl cooking food
Oh no,
downstairs.
you're good. I was just gonna explain my first like fears,
ahead.
and then I was gonna dip. But
No one wants
Hit
to
me.
hear that.
I want to. You know what, Zoe? I want to hear it. I desperately want to hear this.
it's mainly two movies or one show and one movie. Child's Play, the original Child's Play, really scared the shit out of me as a kid. I'm not even scared of dolls, but just the ending to Child's Play where Chucky's all burned up and his voice is all distorted, and I don't know. I just always felt bad for Andy in that movie because he's such
Right.
like a sweet kid, and I was really close to my mom as a kid. We were we're like best friends, so it was just having that divide between each other. I related to Andy a lot, and also the Goosebumps shows.
Those are
Particularly
great.
the one with the girl puts on the mask and she can't take it off.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
That's like
Oh.
my favorite one. I've always
Yeah.
been like, I was kind of weary of wearing masks for Halloween because of that show. And I've always loved the Goosebumps books. Like growing up, I used to read them all the time. That was like my real introduction to like horror. It was just kind of a light introduction to it. It's nothing too graphic in the Goosebumps in the Goosebumps books, but I always
No, but
loved that
no,
era.
as a kid though, it's scary
Yeah.
though, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were big when I was a kid. We all used to read them in like third or fourth grade. They were amazing. Like, they were all so good.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was another one when
Yeah.
I was a,
That
was
one's
a
fun.
good
Oh
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
like
I
that
got.
one a lot.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll talk about it later because I don't want to keep you. I wanted to. It was something that just popped in my head that I wanted to talk to Jake about. That I've wanted to talk to him about like 3 or 4 times. I mean, if you want to stay and talk about it, but it was The Strain. You ever see The Strain?
Yes, I have.
wanted,
yeah.
I wanted to talk about that, and yeah, but yeah, it's okay. Finish your point because I know you got to go. I don't want to keep it.
No, you're good. So I was just and then I kind of got an introduction to Scream, which was obviously it's a meta slasher, so it's scary in parts, but also comedic in parts. So that kind of made me think, there's different avenues of slashers. It's not just straight horror. You can kind of bring comedy elements in there. And then obviously this is like kind of unrelated. Like the scary movies are were a big part of my childhood, and they were kind of making fun of horror movies and stuff. So just just kind of that late 80s to early 2000s era. I watched a lot of movies from that era for some reason. I don't know. I guess they were just always on demand, like Comcast back in the day. So I would always watch them and always be on repeat and just find different avenues and different movies that I found appealing, like in the horror genre.
You're speaking my language here. I mean,
Yeah.
this is literally my childhood. I would watch a lot of Goosebumps. I would watch like weird movies I'd see on like AMC was one that we have out here. Like they always do the horror marathon for October. I would get so excited for that. I would watch like every single movie that they would.
They
put
had
on there. It was
every
awesome.
Friday the 13th on all the time. I used to watch, that's how I got introduced to Friday the 13th, which I'm a huge fan of. I desperately want a movie so bad. I want that more than Nightmare, to be honest, because I think they can actually do it now. With Nightmare, it's just that you got to cast Freddy Krueger, which is fucking difficult.
Impossible.
That's gonna be next to
Yeah.
impossible for sure.
It's
Yeah.
like, why even try?
Don't look under the
Yeah.
bed. Eric, that was a great one. Don't look under the bed, dude. All the old Disney Halloween specials were fire. Like Halloween Town,
Dude,
like,
Halloween Town is
oh,
the
Halloween-
shit.
yeah,
that
that
is the greatest
slaps,
thing.
man.
Every time that's
Dude.
on, I watch all of them. Trapper,
Dude. Oh, yeah, they're
Sock
awesome.
Snatch. Yeah, those films are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was Don't Look Under the Bed. The old school Disney movies slap.
Heck yeah. Well, unfortunately, I do have to go.
Yes, I'll
But
see
I
you,
had
Zoe.
so much fun. I will. I'll see you guys later, man. We'll definitely get
Yeah.
on another live chat soon.
Absolutely. Zoe, thank you so much for joining me, man. We greatly appreciate it here.
Heck yeah. I'll see.
I'll be
you guys
downstairs
later.
in a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See you,
Better
babe.
be.
I'll be over in an hour too.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm
Then
hungry,
the real
man.
party begins.
It smells good. It smells good, whatever's cooking. So.
Oh yeah. I had
The
the house
smell of
burning
the
up.
rock is cooking.
Right, exactly. Well,
right.
hey, man, have a nice night. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. I'll see y'all in the chat. See you. Bye, everyone.
Later.
Peace. See you, man.
Peace.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you to Zoe Crawford. By the way, if you guys have not subscribed to Craven Something Scary, Zoe Crawford, or Fate Decided, make sure to do that. Look them up, subscribe. They do great content. It's good stuff. A lot of good
Big
stuff.
Facts.
Big facts.
But The Strain. You ever see The
Yes.
Strain? Did
Yeah.
you ever read the books?
No, but I've heard they're pretty damn good. My dad and I were both huge readers. He kind of got me into reading. I never read them, but he really enjoyed them, is what he told me.
Well, the show is pretty close to the books. There are a few variants, which makes sense because some of the stuff in the books probably wouldn't translate as well in the show. But that's another show that like I love, and I wish that it would have went longer. But I understand they only had the story of the books. But yeah, that was a very well done.
Hello, Smiler family. Sorry.
What's going on? What's going on? That was another like really good vampire adaptation. You know, like or almost like a vampire zombie adaptation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. I think it was a lot of fun. I love how there's that one scene like in the sewer or whatever where you get to see like all the vampires. I
Yeah.
can't remember which season that's from, but oh god, there's some really fucked up shit in that show. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Eric, thank you for the super sticker, man. Greatly
Super
appreciate it.
sticker.
Stickers. I love stickers.
I was thinking earlier when you were talking about like the shots of hot sauce. I was like, even though like we were talking about earlier, like I'm not a big drinker or anything. I was like, I should like just take a couple bottles. And I was thinking like, can I have alcohol on the stream? But I was like, yeah, like Joe Rogan does it all the time, and so do many other people. Like drinking, like have people buy me a shot on the stream. I'll just have like a bunch of bottles and like take.
I didn't
shots.
know. See, I didn't know what the policy with that was because we had when we did our when we did our celebration stream for the Kickstarter getting funded, we had champagne, and I was the whole time I'm like, it's orange juice, I promise, because we made little mimosas out of it. But I didn't know what the rule was for that, and like stream didn't get taken down. No one cares. So I guess it's fine. You can have alcohol on a stream, I guess. So
Yeah, I believe you can because like I said, like Joe Rogan's always drinking, like, and he has the bottle like right in the middle of the table and stuff, and he's like passing around, pouring people drinks, smoking weed on camera and stuff. Like, you know, like so. I mean, I'd imagine, but it's also Joe Rogan. He's also like much.
I
bigger than
don't see
we
like
are.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan at
Yeah.
all. Does he like live stream on YouTube? I don't know. Like,
No,
I'm not
well,
100% sure.
so that's the thing too. He doesn't live stream, so maybe that's the difference. But
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
like with a podcast, you can get away with anything pretty much. Like you can.
Yeah, but
do
I mean, he
whatever, so.
posted and stuff on YouTube and stuff. Like, you know, he'd have the videos and stuff, and they never got like taken down or demonetized or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if I'm pretty sure if I go like 30, what is it, the 30-second rule or whatever? Like in the first 30 seconds, if you don't curse or like post anything, or
then you're
anything,
you're
like,
fine.
Then you're usually fine. So I
Right,
just
right.
won't do that. And
Right,
So-
right. Yeah. Better have
100
tacos with that hot
100%.
sauce, says Eric. So
100%
listen,
you better
man.
have tacos
it-
with that.
If you're down to do this, I'm down because I'm already like scoping out like the hottest hot sauce I can find in the area
Yeah.
that I don't have to order or whatever. Because I talked to my buddy about this like yesterday, and he said like, oh, you got to get the last dab from Hot Ones. Like you got to get that sauce.
Dude,
And I'm
I
thinking
have
about
the
ordering it.
game. I wish she lived close to me. My girl bought like a couple of the games. She just like walked into a store and like they had like a bunch of them on sale, and she bought them. So I have like 5 or 6 of the game. I don't know why she bought so many of them, but she
Oh,
bought like
okay.
5. Yeah, like it comes with the bottles of hot sauce, and it's like a game that you play, and it's called like the Last Dab or whatever, or it's like the Hot Ones game, and it comes with
Oh,
like
dude.
it comes with everything. So I actually have like boxes of that here. I wonder if I could send you one because that'd be kind of funny if we could.
That would
play
be
on the stream.
perfect, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to see. I have to make sure she didn't like lock them up for anybody.
I might be able to find that if you could. I mean, if you could find that somewhere around you, I bet they have it at like one of the
I'm sure
weird
that they do.
stores or something. You know,
I'm sure.
around here.
I'm sure you could order it. I don't know for sure if she either ordered because we're like she's like Amazon addict. So
Yeah.
I don't know for sure if she ordered it on Amazon or if she ordered it on or if she like went to a store. But either way, I mean, it'd be pretty cool. But Joe Rogan is strictly Spotify now. Yes, Corey, I do know that. But you know, for a long time, I mean, he was strictly YouTube, and
Yeah,
he would do all that stuff.
And
Absolutely.
Eric likes the idea of doing the horror
Yeah,
questions along
asking
with
horror
the hot
questions.
sauce. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so down for that. That'd be so much fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Might be cool. So
do it and have Craven be the quiz master.
right. So we're at the point in the live stream where if you guys have any questions for us, horror related or not, whatever, throw them at us. Throw some horror questions our way, because I still got to go until the 3 hour mark. So Fate, like I said, you don't have to join me for the whole time, but I will be
I
here.
probably won't be able to stay that long, but another like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, I'm completely insane. So we're gonna go all night pretty much.
Yeah, but, yeah, definitely. Yeah, what do we got? Quick shameless plug tomorrow for everybody. Saturday stream. I have my Saturday streams. Should be at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific time, not Eastern time. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Come join me live for the Saturday stream. Maybe I'll try the shot idea.
Why not?
Plastered on the stream. Especially Eric. That guy's gonna be like, "Here's 10 shots." I'm like, "Oh man,
10 shots, one shot per $10 or something like that."
That's what I was thinking. Like, do something like that, like one shot per $10, and like do that. Like, just have some fun on the streams, because that's the thing too. Like, I would like it. Plus, it'd be nice change.
Oh, I think your mic cut out a little bit.
Fix my stuff. Oh, there you go. You hear me?
Yeah, I must have muted you on accident.
No, I pulled it out. I was trying to fix my sweater, and
shit.
I was trying to fix my sweater because it was riding up. When I stretched, it was like push it up. No one wants to see my fat belly. So,
no, you're all good, man.
But,
so check out that stream tomorrow if you guys are free. So hell yeah, badass, man. Are you talking about anything specific or?
No, it's just, the usual Saturday streams. We'll talk about whatever, wherever the chat goes. Usually it's horror related, but
nice, good stuff.
I've done a stream every day except for today. I did a stream every day this week, just because I'm trying to gain some data. I want to see what days, because I've always done the Saturday stream.
Yeah.
But the problem is that data is misleading, because it's always good, because that's when I've always streamed. So those are always my best live streams. So I've been trying to stream every day because I want to gain some data to see if there's other days I should stream, specifically stuff like that.
Yeah.
Badass, so dude. It is. It's a fun experience, and plus, it's cool. I enjoy the live streams.
The live streams are so much fun. I love getting to talk to everybody that I post videos to. It's nice. Yeah. It's nice to have the back and forth conversation. So Denisha says, tried the membership. Is there a link for it? There's a little join button on my page. If you just click that should get you right there. And then we have also Eric asked about I didn't get to throw my take out there about Sinister. And what I'll say is I love it. I think of the early 2010s movies. It's definitely one of the best. And also maybe has one of the best jump scares of all time with the lawnmower. My God, that is horrifying. The sequel, pretty iffy on. I'm like whatever about it. It kind of disappointing. It could have been a franchise is how I feel about it. That could have been a whole franchise, but that sequel kind of dips for me. Has some good kills, but yeah. Just another horror fan says, favorite non-horror movie. Fate, I'll let you go first. What's your favorite?
That's tough because that changes constantly. As far as that goes, because I do like a good comedy. I like a good little everything. But because somebody was asking me that yesterday on the live stream, and it was things that popped in my head. It was even things we talked about. You know what movie? Have you seen Eurovision on YouTube?
Yeah,
dude, I don't know why, but that's that movie is fantastic. And I'm not a big Will Ferrell guy. I really am not. It's not that I don't like him. I mean, he's great, but people put him to this ridiculous standard, and I don't think he plays kind of the same guy in every movie. But for whatever reason, Eurovision, I love that movie. That's mine and my girl's guilty pleasure. We watch that any opportunity we have. She's my secret.
You told me this before on the live stream, and I've been meaning to watch it, and I actually I had, because it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's on Netflix. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times on Netflix, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch that for Fate. I gotta do it for him. Yeah. I know of it, I've seen, I know the concept and all that, so I just gotta sit down and watch it. Mine is Ferris Bueller. Yes, I love Ferris Bueller. That was my move. As a kid, that was the one I watched all the time. I just was I wanted to be Ferris Bueller so bad. That was that was my dream as a kid. I love that movie so much.
You just want the day off. I get it.
I just want the day off, man. Armando, what's going on? Armando says, what do you guys think of the Fear Street trilogy? And do you think there will be more?
See, that's
Miss-
the big question, right? I wouldn't mind it. I enjoyed them. Which one was it? The first and the third, I think, were the ones that I really liked. I know one of them I thought was just kind of like, it was kind of like slow and redundant. Didn't have. It might have been the third one. It might have been the first two I thought were pretty good, and then the third one was a little lackluster for me. But overall, I did. I enjoyed the films as a whole, and I would be all for it. Like if they made another trilogy or something like that, like yeah, let's do it.
I'd be down. There's so much source material to go off of, right? Like
Yeah.
there's so many Fear Street novels.
There's
They
like
could keep
what,
pumping
isn't there
those out.
isn't there something like 50 or 60 books total?
It's something like that. No, it's like it's
Yeah, it's something
ridiculous.
crazy. Yeah.
Like yeah, no, it's nuts. I don't know. I think it would be great for them to continue that story. There's a lot to tell, I think, and I pretty much agree with you too. I think the first two were great, but the last one was kind of iffy. I liked the ending of 3, like where it
Yeah.
goes back to 1994. That was sweet, but yeah, the beginning part is kind of odd. I don't like the whole like everyone's playing a different character and all that. It kind of doesn't fit the trilogy. Maybe if they did that in all 3 of the films, it would make sense. But it's kind of just it's weird to me. I don't think it works. But I do 1 and 2 are fantastic. I'm actually starting to like 2 a little more than 1. At first, I liked the 1994 the best, but I've since watched them again, and I was like, okay, I think I'm starting to like the second one. It feels very much like a lost Friday the 13th film.
Yeah.
That's how it comes up to me. I've been gone for an hour. You guys are still going. Yeah, we're still going. Listen, I'm serious about those super chats, man. Like I will go for the time. So yeah, I'm going to the 3-hour mark. Fate, obviously, you don't have to stay for the whole time. So,
Gotta be committed.
I'm
I'll let you
committed.
ride the last 30 minutes by yourself. I'll stick
Okay,
with
so-
you for another 6 minutes.
That sounds good. Badass. I love the scream feel of Fear Street. Nice, Carrie. Heck yeah.
Yes.
Coop de oof. This calls for one thing: more money to spend. Coop de oof, no, please, no. Your poor mother.
He's selling all his $19 little passes and then just
His
putting it into
V-Bucks.
Killjoy Jake.
If you send me V-Bucks, yeah, I'll go for longer. Dude, I haven't played Fortnite in so long. Like, I don't even know what it looks like at this
I have
point.
never played Fortnite.
You're not missing much. It's fine. It's nothing. crazy.
I've never been a big video game guy. Like, and I've had people like I've even thought about like because gaming's so big, like doing some games on the channel and like just like live streaming games. I just get burnt out after like an hour.
With
Like,
most games, I'm the same way.
yeah, I'm just like, all right, let's do something else. Like,
Call
I
of
don't know.
Duty is like the one, like first person shooters. Those are the one game that like I feel like I can play those for a longer longer period. But like if it's something like I don't know, Grand Theft Auto, like I can only play that for like half an hour before I'm bored. So I know where you guys sleep.
guys, I know where I
Jeez.
sleep too, in my bed.
Yes, I sleep on the floor sometimes in my closet. I like to scare people, so I like to jump out in other people's closets. It's always a good time. So, but Armando says, do you think Halloween Ends will end with a cliffhanger right before Michael dies, so we will never know if he really died or not? Fate, I'm gonna let you take this one. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but an interesting concept.
Yeah, I think not necessarily a cliffhanger, but I think it'll be like left to the audience's interpretation. I'm almost like positive that that's going to be the case. I mean, I don't have any inside information or anything like that to definitively say yes, that's the case. But I really do. I don't think that we're going to get like Michael blown up or his head chopped off or something like that. I think it's going to be something where like, whatever, he falls from the tower or something like that. He's laying there. We all think that he's dead, and then maybe they just kind of like hone in on his body. So that way we kind of look like, see if he's twitching or not, or moving, and then maybe we get like the breathing and it cuts to black or something. Like that's how I think. I think it'll be for the audience's interpretation.
I can see that. I think like with the news, like Jason Blum has talked about multiple times now that it's like, this is the final movie. Like he's like, this is the last one. We're moving on to stuff. And there's even like proof now that David Gordon Green and Jason Blum will be working on an entirely new project come like 2023 with the Exorcist movies. I just think that this is probably going to be a like some kind of definitive ending. I don't know necessarily if it's going to be so like, dry cut where it's like, yeah, Michael Myers is for sure dead. I don't know, because I feel like I could definitely see them going that route of like, oh, maybe Michael's still alive, like, ooh, maybe there's more to come. But I don't think there will be more to come. So like if they don't do that, I won't be surprised either. they got to do something different. Is how I feel about it. And killing Michael is that different thing. We've technically never seen that. It's always gotten retconned. So except Halloween 2, which technically would have gotten retconned by Rob Zombie's Halloween 3. So I don't know. I feel like it's probably going to be closer to a definitive ending than we've ever seen. However, whatever that could look like. Hopefully they've taken the care into that movie, and hopefully they've been like, yes, we're gonna try to do something different. It's gonna be a good ending. It's not just gonna be a cash grab. Something along those lines.
But real quick, Jake, my dog's knocking on my door, which means only one thing. My dog's trained. So that means she's got to go to the bathroom bad.
You can go. Get out of here. Go.
So I'm going to sign off. I know I said I'd give you 2 more minutes, but
you're good, bro. It's all good, man.
So yeah, good thing my dog's trained because most dogs just go in the house. But
I'll let you take care of that. I don't want piss on your floor.
No, she's good. She. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you all for helping. I'm giving the super chats. You guys wanted me. I came. You guys spent for it. That was amazing. I mean, but I get it. I mean, it's me. But anyway, subscribe to my channel.
Oh,
if you're
my
not subscribed
God.
to my channel. Look out for my stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time. I appreciate you. I'll see you later, buddy.
Thanks for coming by, man. Subscribe to Fate Decided. Peace out, dude.
Peace.
Peace. And then there was one. We had an amazing stream tonight, everybody. I'm going to go for another 30 minutes answering some of your guys' questions. Starting off with, I shot him 6 times! Have you guys, Craven Knight, thought about teaming up for a fan film project? I think that would be stuff of legends. So I will say this. I had a bunch of YouTubers kind of cameo in the last Red Right Hand. Maybe expect that in this new one at some points. I know me and Zoe and like Fate, we all joke around about like how there's going to be a lovemaking scene. That's not going to happen. But what will happen is like I think there will be some cameo appearances. I can't say what yet because it might be a big spoiler. Matt is here, the other project runner. What's up, Matt? What's up? Everyone say hello to Matt. So he, I think he'll be mad at me if I were to say what these other YouTubers might be doing in the movie. It's part of the big twist. There's something you guys might not be expecting with this film. A lot of good things that are going to be fun. So, but yes, let's answer some more questions here. I saw some good ones in the chat. It would be epic to show Judy Greer was still alive for Halloween Ends. So, Corey, I'll be honest, I would kind of love to see something along those lines, but I know that Judy Greer has stated that she never got the script. She has no idea what happens in Halloween Ends. She was also confirmed to be nowhere near Savannah, Georgia during the filmmaking process of this. I don't think she's in Halloween Ends, which honestly kind of upsetting. There's a part of me that would be like, it would be kind of interesting if she lived. What does that mean? But also with her being dead, it's interesting to see like the character development for Laurie Strode. Like, how does that affect her now that her daughter is dead? The person she tried to protect throughout all of this. What does that do to Laurie? I'm very curious to see what happens. So, yes, loving everyone's Cleaver badges, says Matt, 100%. The collective is definitely involved with the production of Red Right Hand. You'll have to watch the film to find out how exactly. Yes, Matt knows exactly what I'm talking about. So. They're very spiffy. Thank you, Carrie, for rocking it. We appreciate it. And also, if you're a channel member for a month, you get a little ghost face badge next to you. Come on, that's pretty sick. Like a whole month. That's all you got to do. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick. What if Myers, Mr. Myers, what if Mike Myers, the comedian, dies and his power is transferred to someone else? No, I'm totally kidding with you, Cody. Yeah. Isn't that just exactly Jason Goes to Hell, but with Michael Myers? Like, I don't know if I'd want to see that. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I'm kind of like, I've heard a few people talking about that, and I'm kind of iffy about it. I don't know if I'd want to see that personally. Your favorite VHS segment? Mine is either Ratma or 103198. Both great choices, and probably for sure both in my top 3. It's got to be Ratma. Hail Ratma, I mean, that one blew my mind when I saw it. A VHS 94 is my favorite VHS film, and why I say that is because all 4 of the segments are great. The wraparound, not fantastic. After listening to Jennifer Reeder, the director of the wraparound, though, I will say I have much more of a respect for it after hearing her thoughts on it. It's really cool. The behind the scenes stuff for VHS 94 is fantastic. I just got the Blu-ray in the other day. I believe it was this week. And watching the behind the scenes, the director's talking, wow. I mean, I liked the film already, but then I like it even more after listening to them talk about like the state of horror, what they wanted to do with this film, with found footage, everything that went into it. So I didn't know this because there was like talks about how in VHS 94 an entire skit was filmed in a hotel. And I was like, which skit could that be? Like, I didn't know. It's the Open Wake, Simon Barrett's one. They filmed that entire thing pretty much in a hotel like ballroom, which is nutty to me. I mean, I'm watching like how the set was made and stuff in this ballroom of a hotel room. Oh my God. I mean, the behind the scenes are worth the price of the Blu-ray alone. I highly recommend purchasing this thing or checking it out on Shudder. Shudder, please sponsor me. I will continue to talk about how wonderful your streaming platform is because it is. Oh my God. $6 a month and you get to fucking like do this and that. I don't know. There's so many great movies on there. Get Shudder. I'm not even sponsored. I'm not even sponsored by them. And I'm saying definitely get that. Worth your money. Where is Gunn? What? What did I promise you, Coop Diouf? Thank you for the super chat, but I do not know what the heck you're talking about there, mate. What if it's the mask? Like Michael dies, his mask is lying on the ground, and a trick-or-treater on a bike rides up, grabs it, and rides off. See, I'd be down for that. But like to actually show someone putting on the mask and like becoming evil, that's just kind of weird to me. And also, didn't Dr. Sartain put it on in Halloween 2018? Why did he not just randomly start going and killing people? Like, I'd have too many problems with that. I could see the symbolism in like evil will continue on. Like there will always be evil even if Michael is dead, with a trick-or-treater coming and picking up the mask. That could be cool. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that though. I love As Above, So Below. I love Eric. That is one of my favorite found footage films of all time. It feels like Grave Encounters. Have you guys ever seen Grave Encounters? Those two movies I like. I feel like are very similar. I think I almost like As Above, So Below a little more, just because of the characters. I love the characters in that movie. I like them even more than the Grave Encounters characters, honestly, which is why I love that film so much. It's horrifying. Some of the scariest imagery I've ever seen in a found footage flick is in As Above, So Below. That third act, the last 20 minutes of that movie is horrifying. Like actually one of the scariest things I've ever seen. So, what's the member badge order? If you don't mind me asking, I never actually found out which ones you picked. So yes, Matt made all those emblems. So massive thank you to Matt. So the order, if I'm remembering correctly, I've been live streaming for almost 3 hours, so give me a break. What was it? Let me check this out real quick. Let me see if I can find this, if it's here. Cause I'll tell you. Oh wait, you know what? I know where I can find it. It's right here in my little members tab. There we go. I'll tell you guys right now. So you get, if you're a new member, you get like little stabby knife badge, which as you can see, most people are new members. I just launched the whole channel membership thing. You get a little stabby thing on launch as you become a member. 1 month in, you're the ghost face killer. You can display that. And you can choose, if you like the stabby more than the ghost face, you can go back to stabby, ghost face, whatever you want. 2 months, you get a little Jaws emblem, little shark coming up after you. If you like Jaws, just 2 months of a membership. There you go. 6 months, you get the Jason mask, which is pretty sick. I really like this one. The attention to detail is fantastic. And as these ones go along, the attention to detail is amazing. Matt did a great job on these. After a year, you get a face hugger, which is super cool. And I really like that one. My favorite, though, is the 24-month badge, which is the undoing of the lament configuration from Hellraiser. That's probably my favorite one, honestly, the 24 one. So, yeah. And yes, Carrie, I did not know this. I just watched Grave Encounters 2 for the first time the other day. And yeah, we watched a movie, isn't it? I had to look it up. I'm like, is that we watched it? What? Holy shit. No way. Yeah. So they're in that. I really liked both the Grave Encounters movies. I can see why people might not like the second one because, wow, it takes you a long time. And hey, Matt, if you're still here, watch Grave Encounters 2 because I can't say why, but just watch it. Just watch Grave Encounters 2. I can't say why on a live stream, but just watch it. The main character is insufferable. Oh my God. And the first 40 minutes is just like hanging out with this guy, and he is such a dick. God. But I mean, like the guy, the actor that portrays him kills it with it, I think. So, Do you know if Halloween Ends will go to Peacock just like Halloween Kills did? Probably, Cody. I would say I don't think they'll change that. That's probably what they'll do. That would be my guess. Is they'll probably have it go straight to Peacock as well as into theaters as well. So that probably do that. Maybe some type of ritual is needed to kill Michael. Imagine if they went back to the canceled Hellraiser crossover at the end of the film and opened the box, allowing Pinhead to trap the boogeyman. Ooh, gangster sus. Very interesting there. We need more. Listen, we need more crossover movies. That's a really good point you bring up there. That could be so cool. Like imagine like Pinhead versus Michael. That would be such a good. I would totally be down to see that. It would be silly. It would be fun. But I'd be so down for it. I would be so interested in seeing that. We're starting to get into the sillier. We're starting to get into the sillier side of horror movies, which is what I like. With X especially, it's a much sillier movie. It doesn't have as much social commentary as most horror movies have nowadays. And I'm not trying to crap on that at all, because I really love a lot of the movies that have this fuel behind them with the social commentary that are driving. That's the driving force of it. I really do like those movies, but it's nice. It's a breath of fresh air to see something like X that doesn't have the focus on that. It's much more focused on the kills. It's much more focused on just like being a straight up slasher with some great characters. I love that. I think it's really fun. I think we can emphasize that in a versus movie where you have Michael Myers versus like Ghostface, for instance. They're the two biggest slasher movies, basically the two biggest slasher franchises. To have them go up against each other could be really interesting. I think it would be fun. I don't think we'll ever get that with Ghostface. That would be kind of weird. But with Hellraiser, like if this new David Bruckner movie is successful, I could see new Pinhead going up against Michael Myers. I could see that. I mean, I think that would be fun. Why not? Why not do that? Thoughts on American Psycho? Also asks Cody. I love American Psycho. Matt knows how much I love American Psycho. I really love that film. That's probably my favorite like dark horror, like dark comedy. The best use of dark comedy maybe in any horror film ever is 100% American Psycho. Hey Paul. Like that scene is just, that's worth price of admission right there. Was worth it. So Freddy versus Chucky. Interesting. Okay. Little water just spilled out. That was funny. Freddy versus Chucky would be interesting, but I feel like Freddy wins that all day. Like, just because of Chucky's size. Like, if Chucky was normal size, like, different story. But, like, Chucky's not much more than just, like, a doll that runs around with a knife. You know, he doesn't really have any special powers. Like, yes, he has, like, voodoo on his side, but, like, that always gets thwarted. Pretty much every single time he tries to transfer his soul into another person's body. Doesn't really work out for him. He doesn't really use the voodoo thing to his liking too often, which is something I would like to see in the show, man. I would love to see him use some more voodoo shit. Like, it seemed like he studied that stuff a lot, and we see it in the last two movies, but not so much in the show. I would like to maybe go back to that, have a little play around with that idea. What other voodoo spells does he have up his sleeve that we could see in the next film? Chucky versus Leprechaun. There we go. I could see that. Never seen American Psycho. I have not watched the kill count yet, but I heard Chelsea Rebecca is the host, which is awesome. That's awesome. She finally got to host one. She's only ever like a cameo appearance in those, so I'm very excited to see that. Very excited to watch that. What? Jake, did you ever watch Club Dread? It's a broken lizard. Why do I not know what broken lizard is? I don't know what that means, but that sounds awesome. I've never seen Club Dread, but I'll have to add it to the watch list. I'm writing it down. Club Dread. Good stuff. Okay. Boomstick versus knife. So Ash versus Michael. Listen, man, I'll tell you what, honestly, the movie I'm the most excited for moving forward with the rest of the year is Evil Dead Rise. I am so pumped for another Evil Dead movie. Oh my God. I love all four of the Evil Dead movies. I don't think there's not a bad apple in that entire bunch. Even with the show, I love the show. It's just as good as the movies. I love everything Evil Dead. So I really hope this is another movie where it's like just another banger, like just another like absolute 10 out of 10 movie for me. I really hope so. I'm concerned about the director. I have not seen Lee Cronin's his other movies. He has, what's his movie called? Hole in the Ground. I've not seen that before, but I hear it's like mixed reviews. It's in the middle, mid road kind of thing. But also, let's look at Fede Alvarez and Rodo Sayegas. They did not really make a movie beforehand. They only made like short films and like some, I believe, a very low budget slasher, if I'm remembering correctly, before they made the Evil Dead movie and the Evil Dead remake. Sam Raimi handpicked them to do the Evil Dead remake, and look at it. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's a masterpiece, maybe one of the best remakes ever made. And they went on to make both the Don't Breathe movies. They produced the new Texas Chainsaw, which I know some people weren't a huge fan of. I totally understand that, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Broken Lizard did Super Troopers, Slammin'. Okay, sick, yeah. I've seen Super Troopers. I love Super Troopers. They're a group of writers and actors. Okay. I'll have to watch that then. I've never seen that before. I'll have to do that. Wrong Turn franchise. How do I feel about that? I think the Wrong Turn franchise is super underrated, honestly. I know a lot of people don't like 5 and 6, and that's understandable, but I think like 1 through 4 are fantastic slashers. Like the kills are great. The storylines are, whatever, but I think they're fun. I think they're super fun movies. 4 maybe is my favorite besides the remake. I think 4, like the Snow one and the remake are like my 2 favorites. I love both of those so much. And 1 and 2 are fantastic. 3 is a little whatever. It almost turns into like the softcore version of Wrong Turn in that third film. But I do enjoy all of them. In 5, you have Doug Bradley, Pinhead himself, coming in for a cameo, but don't love that script. It's just an angry movie that's like pissed at its characters, and it's like watch these characters get tortured, and there's no real suspense. It's just kind of them being tortured the whole time. It's my one thing I don't love about it, but yeah, the Wrong Turn remake is hardcore, Ben. God, I love that film. I don't know. It's super underrated. People did not like it when it came out, and because it's super different than the source material it was working off of. But it's also a movie that was written by the same dude who wrote the original film. Like, it's from the same people who did that original movie. Alan, is his name Alan McElroy? Is that his name? I want to say that's right. Whoever was the writer of, not director, but writer of Halloween 4. Also, Alan B. McElroy. I feel like that's his name. I could be right. I could be wrong there. I don't know. S says that the Stabby Boy would win in that fight versus Ash. Ooh, interesting. I don't know. That would be tough. I feel like Ash would bring the fight, man. If Ash has got his chainsaw hand and all that, I feel like he might win that fight. I don't know. You like the collected films. I love the collector movies. Amazing films with insane traps. You got to watch Gangster Sus. I love those films. And if you have heard nothing about the third movie, it's been like up and down with the production. Like, the production studio kind of just like shut it down at one point. They were like a third of the way through the film essentially, and they just shut it down. I don't know why. The last movie didn't do so hot at the box office, but like now would be a great time to try to relaunch that franchise. I personally like the collection over the collector. Hot take, I know, but I love it. I think it's great. I really do enjoy that. I really do enjoy both those films. The collector maybe is scarier, but the collection as just a film, I just enjoy a little more. I think it has one of the best opening scenes of any horror film ever. Is that film? I don't know why it bombed. I really don't. I think it's just as good as any Saw sequel, if not better. I love both those movies. They're fantastic. Thoughts on the Paranormal Activity series? Another thing that I just feel like is super underrated. Like no one gives those movies the credit they deserve. And I think up until you get to Ghost Dimension, it has this really cool storyline going through all the movies. Because if you just watch them casually, you can and enjoy them. But there's a really cool storyline going through all of the first 5 movies. When you get to Ghost Dimension, it's totally ruined by a very crappy ending. But I think there's a really cool story to be had with all those films. It's really fun, good time. And then we got this new one last year that had absolutely, well, a little bit to do with the original storyline, but also not really. I guess there's an 8th one in development. I'm very excited for it. I honestly, besides Ghost Dimension, there's not one of those I don't enjoy. I've watched all of them multiple times. Ghost Dimension is tough for me. I think that actually showing the demon completely, that's the biggest problem with it. Not even the crappy ending. I just think the fact that they show the demon, it was trying to be like this new edgy thing. It's like, hey, we'll show the demon in our movie. That'll be cool. That'll make it interesting again. Totally loses everything that was scary about the franchise. Totally lost with that element to it. I just think the CGI looking demon isn't great. I don't know. I did like the new one though. Next of Kin, I thought was a lot of fun. It felt like a long version of a VHS segment, not as much as a Paranormal Activity film, but that's why I liked it so much. I love the VHS movies, and for that movie to basically just be a long VHS segment is what I liked about it. It's a found footage cult movie, essentially. It's a good time. Really enjoyed it. What? Matt, what? No way they're making a Cheetah Man movie. Cheetah Men. Final Destination fan. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think the first one is garbage though. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't like the first one. Leans too much into the whole trying to be a slasher thing, and they should have just rolled with the concept of it all being mysterious, which I feel like the second film gets really well. The second one may be the best of the entire. I think objectively, the second movie is probably the best of the entire Final Destination franchise. But 5's my favorite because of the end. Listen, maybe one of the best twist endings I've ever seen. Final Destination 5. It totally got me. I did not get it. There are so many context clues for you to maybe get that like reveal early on too, and wow, like blew my mind. I don't know. I loved it. I some people hate it, but it's my favorite. That film blew my mind. I think they're all like 2 through 5 are all very enjoyable. 4 not so much, but 2, 3, and 5 are all really good. But something about the ending to 5 is God. Really love that one. And the scariest thing for me from the Final Destination movies is the opening to the third film. Listen, I was horrified of roller coasters for a very long time after watching the opening to that. So I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Strong, yeah, nostalgia definitely helps. Loved Goosebumps as a kid. Nice. Yeah, I did too. Zoe was talking about that earlier. I 100% loved the Goosebumps movies. When I was a kid, not movies, the show. What was the one that scared me the most? The Monsterland one? Oh, the theme park where they go to Monsterland. I don't know why that terrified me as a kid. I want to rewatch that as an adult because I bet it's cheesy as hell. But wow, like I didn't sleep for a week after watching that. You love going to the squish dimension, Matt. Okay. All right, bud. What's up, Extron Gaming? What's up? Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees would be awesome. We were talking about getting some versus movies back in the mainstream. Why not? Freddy versus Jason was successful. Let's do that again with some new icons going at each other. I think that'd be fun. The Lionsgate Bridge in Vancouver. So listen, Corey, you talk a lot about Winnipeg, a lot about Canada. I think I'm going to be going there at some point next year, hopefully, to do a locations video for Scream 6. If I have the money, I will do it. I promise I'll do it. I'm trying to save up money right now to do a locations video for Halloween Ends. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the other locations videos I want to do, but I definitely want to do that. So I will do everything I can to get out to Savannah, Georgia this year to do a little locations video when we get closer to the release date. Hopefully I can do it. Hopefully. I really want to keep the locations videos going, but with gas prices being so high right now, it's really tough for me to do. I'm completely broke at the moment. I'm trying to make a movie. It's tough. It's really tough. So hopefully. What else we got? Haunted Mask. I think objectively, that's probably the best episode. I think that's the scariest one. Like even as an adult, I still remember that one being horrifying. I got to go back and watch those movies. Or a TV show. I keep saying movies. That one especially was one of the scariest ones. Say Cheese and Die was another one that scared the heck out of me when I was a kid. I really liked that one. It's got a good little twist ending, I think, for a kid's show. I was like, okay, good stuff here. Hell yeah. Ooh, I have not seen that. The House Where Evil Dwells. Nice. I love the title. I've been something that's very similar to that is House Where Evil Dwells. The Blood on Satan's Claw. That's another movie I've been meaning to watch. My dad highly recommended it to me, and I remember talking to him about it when I saw it on Shudder. So I'm very, very interested. House Where Evil Dwells. Okay, I'll have to 80s ghost story. Hell yeah. I'll have to look into that. We should collab around Halloween and do a video on our fave Goosebumps episodes. Ooh, okay, Carrie. So it's funny that you bring that up because Matt pitched this idea to me last October, and unfortunately, I didn't have time to do it. I was working at Chipotle at the time, and I was super busy. But this October, I've been trying to plan something crazy like this. So I would love to do like maybe 31 episodes. Come October, we pre-record them where maybe we watch like some Goosebumps episodes and we give reviews of them. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I could upload them like every single day of October. Carrie, you wouldn't have to commit to it as crazy as I would. But like if you want to join me for some of those videos, that would be a lot of fun. I'd be totally down for that. I would love to collab with like a different person on maybe every single episode too. That would be cool. I have 31 friends in the space, I think. I like to say that I don't have friends a lot in these videos, but I do have to say I have 29 wonderful friends watching me right now, and I greatly appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to the nearly 10,000 subscribers that I have. Wow. Holy crap. We did this together, everybody. I could not have done this without you guys. So I thank you so much. Thank you for proving my my opening statement wrong in my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Much love to you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you afraid? Oh, hot take, Ben. Are you afraid of The Dark is Better? Sorry. I'll be honest with you. I watched Goosebumps a little more than Are You Afraid of the Dark, but I do remember watching a little bit of that. So I like both. I got to revisit it because I barely remember it. I remember handful of episodes from both shows. I have to go back and revisit both of those because I loved them. I think they were a lot of fun. Tales from the Crypt is fantastic, Adam. I've seen a little bit of Tales of the Crypt. My dad has these old VHS tapes of Tales from the Crypt, and we used to watch them when I was a kid. Some good stuff, really good stuff there. Goosebumps episode about a high school sports mascot. I remember that one being super disturbing. Wow, I don't think I remember that. What comes to mind for whatever reason is the scene in Ash vs. the Evil Dead season 3 where you have like the lion or tiger mascot, whatever, and it's got like all the blood dripping down from its face. That's what's coming to mind for whatever reason. So, thank you, Chaotic. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have you heard that a second Beetlejuice is possibly in development? Yeah, so this is another property from Warner Bros., I believe, right? I believe this is another property that they're fighting to keep for the rights, so we'll probably get a second Beetlejuice at some point. Little different story here, though, with like opposed to Nightmare on Elm Street, where we can probably pump out another one of those, like very easily. I feel like you could put out another one of those movies quite easily, but with Beetlejuice 2, they've been trying to make that movie for a very long time, and for whatever reason, it's just not happening. I should do a little more research on that before I talk about it. But I would love to talk about, like, yeah, Beetlejuice 2. What could this movie look like? What do we know about it so far? Kind of cover the history of it like I did with my Five Nights at Freddy's movie video. By the way, if you have not seen that one, I highly recommend it. I put a lot of work into that video, talking about all the, like, behind the scenes stuff with it. Same thing with my Evil Dead Rise video. That one was fantastic. I really liked that one. I hate to be full of myself, but, like, those are two of my favorite videos I've made recently. Both really good. Is Halloween Ends the end? Or no? Is it the end? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think that's like the big twist ending that Nick Castle's talking about. Is it going to be the end? Is this like finally Michael Myers dying? Or is it something we totally have not predicted before in the past, like he says? Or, you know, is that just something Nick Castle is saying to get us hyped for this new movie? I don't know. I really don't. There's so many things up in the air right now about what does the definition of ends mean? Because, like, it can mean the end of the timeline. It can mean the end of Laurie Strode's life. You know, with Halloween Kills, that's a little more direct. That's a little more like, yeah, we knew exactly what we were getting from a movie called Halloween Kills. It was going to be Michael Myers breaking his record for body count numbers, and it was. And it was, I think, if you watch it with just those ideas in mind, with like, yeah, it's gonna be a movie where it's just Michael Myers killing people. It's gonna be like a candy film. You can really enjoy Halloween Kills, but with Halloween Ends, it's got to be a little different, right? Because you're promising us that something is going to end, but that's a little more vague than just throwing out the word kills. Because kills means one thing, ends can mean anything. Ends can mean the ending to anything, the ending of Michael Myers' life, the ending of Laurie Strode's life. It can mean a lot of things. So whatever that ends up being, I hope it's something purposeful with the entire story of how far we've come with the 4 movies in this timeline. I hope it has something to do that brings everything coming together, becoming one long story. So Cody makes a really good point here. The working title for the film is Cave Dwellers. So that's got to be something to do with it, right? I don't know. I really don't. There's so many different avenues you can take with that, and I've pitched some theories in some of my videos. I really don't know what it's gonna mean. Make your opinion take on who killed who in Screams 1 through 5. Eric, I would do that, man, but Zach Cherry has just done those videos so much better than probably I would. I'll try. I will definitely attempt to make a video like that. I should. I used to do these little Scream Sunday videos, and I don't do that anymore. So maybe I do that. Maybe that would be fun. I would love to do something like that. That'd be fun. Michael Myers himself will never end. Carrie, I agree. I think it's one of those characters that it's like, I don't think you can ever put him in the ground. Like, you can keep starting new timelines. You can keep remaking that franchise. It's such a very basic concept that you can do so much with it moving forward, like with different elements, like different storytelling ideas you could do. I don't know. I think that would be cool. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm starving, and like I want to make some food before I go to bed. I have not eaten since 6 o'clock. I've been live streaming since. So I'm gonna get going. We almost made it 3 hours, pretty much. I'm gonna basically be talking until then, anyways. We got 2 minutes, so we're gonna be wrapping up here. Thank you to everybody who joined the stream tonight. Holy crap! This was an awesome stream tonight. Seriously, wow. I had so much fun just hanging out with everybody. Really good time. Oh, you're back, Jasa. What's up? To start your rewatch of Stranger Things, I got to do that before it comes out in May. Yeah, I got to do that as well. I really want to rewatch season 3. It's the only season I haven't watched twice, at least twice. I've seen the first season like 3 times, and like the second season twice, and the third one once. So I got to go back and rewatch season 3 for sure. Moving into season 4, yeah, I'll have to do that. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, I'm very pumped for that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I just greatly appreciate it. This is a dream come true for me to be able to do this like every single week. It's nuts. It's really nuts. I can't believe like we're doing this. This is so much fun. So I will have a review of The Northman tomorrow, followed by probably a Scream 6 video. I have a few theories under my belt at the moment, so you guys will see that then. Hell yeah. I am better, Eric. Yes, to answer that. I was a little sick yesterday. I talked to Carrie about this. I don't know what happened. I was feeling great that morning. I was going to make a video on Robert Eggers films, and it fell through, unfortunately. Something happened. I got this horrible headache, and I was on the toilet for a while too. That's all I'll say. All I'll say about that. So I'm going to wait till the 3-minute mark at this point. We got 30 seconds. So we're going to count it down like it's New Year's, baby. And 30 seconds right now. Let's go. Bam. I like to throw pencils when I'm streaming. Makes me feel like it's fun. I don't know. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you. 34 people in the chat. Hell yeah. Franklin, thank you for showing up. Thank you. Corey, thank you. Sending good vibes. Good vibes right back your way to everybody. Thank you. I'm not going to comment on that. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Bye-bye. Goodbye. 4 seconds left. Okay, peace out, everybody. I love all y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Friday night. You could have done so many other things. You chose to hang out with me. I greatly appreciated that. Peace out. Don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.